At some point, no. So I've been having a lot of audio problems in that, like, Adam can attest to this, is where like I'll
Yes.
join Dota, and then my computer will fucking crash, right? And
Mm.
it turns out that at some point I installed the audio drivers for NVIDIA, and for apparently the past couple of years, NVIDIA audio drivers just randomly crash your computer.
Huh?
For yeah, yeah, just for
Fucking
no, yeah,
why?
no,
No,
because
he's not kidding.
yeah, they just do that.
That
Um,
seems like kind of a major flaw, you know, something they
yeah, you would
patched.
think, yeah, you would think that, yep.
Well,
Yeah,
what
they
have I
didn't, did
stumbled
they?
into?
NVIDIA audio drivers were what was causing me to crash when I was playing games. And like at first, it was just causing problems with like SteelSeries and stuff. And then it was causing like hitches to occur, and then I was getting blue screens, and then I removed that memory channel, and I stopped having those issues, but then I just started having them again. But now instead of completely crashing my computer, it was only crashing the video game I was playing and usually the Windows audio service, which means I would need to restart my computer anyway. So now I'm wondering if I should put that memory stick back into the computer to see if that has changed at all. Um, but yeah. So it's been
Very
really
fun.
not great. It's been not
Yeah.
great.
Meanwhile, nothing has changed in my system since Friday's stream, and magically my chat wheel on the headset is working again.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah,
good.
no, it's
I
really
hate technology.
frustrating. Oh yeah, it's very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really frustrating. I don't know if I might need to go fucking take my computer, put it on the desk again, and reseat the heatsink for the CPU again. Because I
Oof.
don't know what the fuck's going on. So basically, the moments where my game would normally have crashed due to the audio issue, it is instead just getting really hyper crackle audio instead. So the Windows audio drivers are at least not crashing my fucking computer anymore. So that's good. But I'm trying to figure out what's causing these moments of crackling, and basically what I was able to narrow down is that there might be a power issue with the CPU, which can happen if you over gelatinate the fucking heatsink. So I might need to.
Over gelatinate, okay.
I'm tuning in from my vacation. Where'd you take a vacation from? The stream?
I hope it
or
wasn't taking a
himself.
vacation from this dog shit.
You know,
takes a vacation, still tunes in. Well, I appreciate your dedication. It's 1 a.m. in France. I feel so bad for Euros. Don't feel bad for Europeans.
Remember,
No.
Europeans aren't real. They can't hurt you.
listen, whatever's going on with them, they probably asked for it.
Even
Yeah,
when
they
the start
voted
of
for
the
it.
stream is late. Well, yeah. Well, I don't think we have.
Yeah, you want to make something of it?
I don't think we have
That what's
European
going on here?
guests. I mean, we just have Kaz, but for Kaz, it's just the morning because he's in Australia. Like, I don't think we actually have Euros showing up to the
Uh,
That
stream.
sounds like a blessing.
Yeah, maybe.
Not well. Orange shows up sometimes.
Oh, I really don't give a shit about the Arn.
The sometimes marginal random appearance from Arn is not in our calculus.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. I don't know, because at the same time, though, it's also like my motherboard. I know my motherboard's got some fucking problems, like physical problems on it.
Yeah.
So at the same time,
Replace your shit.
I can't. They
If
don't make
it's
this
still
motherboard anymore.
chugging, Yeah, if it's still chugging along, why do that?
I literally replacing this motherboard, I would have to buy a refurbished version, which is $700. And if I'm buying a refurbished
Or you'd
fucking
have to-
motherboard, I'm just going to go buy a new computer.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
or you'd have to buy all new parts, new motherboard, new CPU, new RAM.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily new RAM, but
No, I need new RAM. Yeah.
But
I'm using DDR3, dude.
oh yes, okay, never mind then. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hang
Well-
on.
this may be the excuse you needed to upgrade, Sneaky.
Well, I tried to use that as an excuse last time, Sign, but someone convinced me to hand replace my fans instead.
Who could have done that? That sounds dumb.
Yeah, that must have been a real idiot to do that. Yeah.
I'm sensing some deflection in Sign's answer there.
Sign deflecting? No.
I do
No,
appreciate there was a
I'm
funny little
almost
moment.
I'm almost hurt. You went to Sign over me for advice on computer stuff.
Oh no, I was just
Why would you listen
complaining
to the
about. I
outdated
didn't go to
rumor?
him for advice. I was just complaining about it in his server. And he was like, "Well, Sneaky, come on, the fans are only $60. Come on, Sneaky." I was like, "Fucking fine."
Okay. All right.
Well,
Can we make that
I'm
a
so
can we
used to
make that a
passing
posthumous
shit
sign
together
out?
that I can't help it.
Well, no,
Posthumous?
it's not a sign L. He did save me a shitload of money. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the condition
Okay,
quality on the
Steiny,
motherboard isn't going up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I get that.
No, here's the problem, Sneaky. He didn't save you money because you've instead wasted time.
You
I
still
mean,
waste the time if
only
it's
like
working.
okay, yeah. Well, I wasted time in the fact that I wasted like 5 hours on a Sunday, but
Repeatedly. You've wasted 5 hours repeatedly
yeah. Well,
with this system
yeah,
repeatedly for like
Yeah.
2 years now.
I know.
No, I didn't tell him to replace it 2 years ago. I just told him this a few months ago.
Yeah,
The
it's
problem
just,
sign is that instead of him finally giving up and replacing it after a year and a half of frustration, you extended it.
I showed him how to limp alone. Yeah.
yeah.
You should have shut
yeah.
your fucking mouth, boomer. Again.
Look, I'm so used to saving money and not just wholly replacing a system that yes,
Okay,
I will
but-
tell
but
people, look,
again-
you can fix this.
I'm all for saving money, but there is a point where the money to time cost becomes
It's
super
not worth
relevant.
it. Yeah.
Sneaky
I'm
passed
aware.
that quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, then
Well,
you
actually,
you,
Max,
the
it's more
answer
like
is simple.
5
The
years
next
because
thing you
I've
have-
had this computer for 5 years now, which is fucking crazy.
What do you mean you
Next
bought a
issue you have, you
system
replace
5
it.
years ago? I'm sorry, wait. You bought a system 5 years ago that was still using DDR3.
Actually, I just
and he's
checked.
been having problems with.
It's
for you?
specifically a DDR4 variant of the system I purchased. It was like $300 cheaper at the time.
So you bought a DDR3 version of the Mobo.
Yeah, which is why no one makes it anymore.
I,
Ah.
I'm shocked that you were able to get a DDR3 Mobo in 2020. 2, I'm shocked you of all people went for the DDR3 version just in general anytime
Mm.
after the year 2017.
I was unemployed and I needed a new computer.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
completely fair. $300 unemployed is $300.
Yeah.
fair. That's $300 you ain't got.
Well, no, it's $300
Uh,
he has, but it's $300 he won't have late down the road when he very
Yeah.
well would need it.
Yes.
I've been
He
thinking a lot
needs
about
to buy
tropes and
more
state of
stuff.
writing in
Robin.
general, but
It's
I'll save it for a
$300
week
he
from
won't
now when I
have.
get back, because I'll definitely need to be
Yes.
posting pics on the Discord. Also, please spin the fandom wheel twice and check the crossover stories between two fandoms. Sure, we'll do some crossovers just for you, Underplayed.
I'm sorry.
Who's
I'm sorry.
throwing out these
Someone just
bullshit
invoked the
conditions?
crossover.
Yep, he requested a
He-
crossover, so
Mark,
Oh,
hey, this man
Naruto
flagpole by his
crossovers. Let's
underwear.
go.
Oh, please, Naruto cross. That's nothing.
That's not bad.
No, we'll definitely
Oh,
find
no.
something funny in the Naruto
Hey,
Hey,
crossover section.
listen.
It
Listen.
could be
At
a
least,
good day for it.
listen.
Could be
I
worse.
bet you I can get some harem, some systems, some barely concealed fetish.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely.
All right, but before we do that, let us see if there's any good crossovers. Let's see if the wheel says any specific section we should check first.
Is it Ruby? It's Ruby, isn't it?
It's Fate.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Fate,
no.
even better.
I look forward to seeing 3 Neons on Getsu brainstorm ideas that will never be updated past chapter 1.
True.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I've looked at a handful of his like Naruto Fate crossovers, and they're actually not bad ideas.
No. No.
Oh
But
yeah.
the problem is that he's one of those people that treats Naruto as a blank slate meat bag, which Naruto is not.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just like, man, you know, you could pick a person, you could pick like a World War II vet in this version of Naruto would be sick as that World War II vet being summoned in Fate. And then this version, let's go look at someone from 1100 BC that somehow made it into recorded history. They'd be great there. Like, he has interesting ideas, but he never carries them through.
Yeah.
And his writing chops, while his technical ability is
Well,
solid,
it's like we've said before. You know, you can't always succeed by forcing two concrete ideas together, but if you take their root concept and put them together, they can work just fine. And so yeah, it'd be more like what you said, where it's just like, you know, wouldn't it be interesting if like some you know, world figure from via Fate was summoned into the Naruto world and something happened? Like that'd be kind of cool. Maybe not using the Fate system, but just using inspiration from the Fate system, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Man, imagine how Fate Zero's fourth war would have gone if Kiritsugu, instead of them getting the catalyst for Artoria, like fuck it, we're just gonna freeball this, and he ends up with some big name that survived several wars. Like this is a man who not only managed to survive through World War II, he's also a Vietnam vet. It's like, oh god.
No,
Oh god.
He could have fought in World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and Korea.
we're gonna
I'm just like,
freeball this.
What do you?
What the hell is
what do you
this? It's Freebird. Isn't that what you said? No, I said free ball, not
Yes.
free bird.
Oh no, he
All right,
used
fuck it, we're gonna
Freebird
use it as a
summoning
catalyst.
component.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
Oh,
fuck it.
no.
Just like, oh, what? So what did you do? I'm a war vet. Oh, what war were you in? Let's see. There was the Great War. There was the Second Great War.
See, it's really
Uh,
cool, Max, that actually someone like that exists.
Kiritsugu accidentally summons.
I have no doubt about that. I'm just thinking of how terrifying it, or he summons that one Polish
Oh,
soldier
right.
who doped up on an entire squatch worth of meth.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
2 weeks straight, just didn't
Hang on.
sleep.
Also,
Didn't
just want to point out,
Sir-
Wolverine does meet those requirements.
Well, I mean, you know,
Yeah, we're talking
there was
about
that
real
one
people,
other
not
guy who
fictional
also met those
characters.
requirements. Yeah, no, I mean, there was a non-fictional
Didn't
character
Ian
that did.
McKellen or somebody like that? Well, the guy who plays Saruman. And
Oh,
Dooku.
that's not
Christopher Lee.
No. Yeah, you're thinking Christopher Lee.
Christopher
Ian
Lee?
McKellen played Gandalf.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ian McKellen.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Didn't
Alright, you know what?
he meet those qualifications?
No,
Ian McKellen
Ian
does not.
McKellen would no, but he would make a great caster in
Yeah.
a similar manner to Shakespeare. He pulls you into whatever world he's acting out, though. That would actually
True.
be sick. He'd have such a good reality marble.
I'm sorry, fucking just. Oh, who is that one method actor that he got really famous?
Jared Leto?
No.
Oh, fuck
no.
off.
Heath Ledger.
Yes, Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger. He's got a reality marble called Method Man.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And he pulls you into whatever world he's about to act out, and he gets the powers based on whatever world he's acting.
Okay, so here's the thing. He
Hey, I
pulls
need
you
you to
into
play
a
Joker
Knight's
for me
Tale
again.
and becomes invincible.
Ooh. Alternately, convince him to play Joker again. Problem solved.
No.
Jesus Christ,
I mean,
dude.
yes, but yeah.
Well,
Listen, A Knight's
yeah,
Tale
yes
is
and
such a
no.
fun story. Like,
But
that was such a fun little movie.
okay, so yeah, I went out and I picked up some what's called Applejack brandy. I'm not really sure, but
That sounds
it was
like
made.
that sounds like a My Little Pony thing. I'm gonna be real.
I mean
Yes,
that's fair,
it
but
does.
Well, My Little
Oh.
Pony's like, we can capitalize on all the
It's-
sad, overweight adult men.
it's distilled
Yeah.
apples.
Yeah. By the way, I just realized, technically speaking, Kiritsugu is
Small.
probably close enough in mindset to be able to summon the first Hassan as a non-grand class. But
You
first
know what?
Hassan would also
Actually,
be like, I'm going to work with you, but when this is over, I am taking your head because you are exceptionally fucked. And we have the same goal, but I cannot leave you in this world.
no, I would I would laugh if they did the ritual and it's like, well, we didn't have a catalyst, so I just used some of my blood or something, and he fucking summons Simo.
No, no.
Okay. I've not heard this name. I'm gonna go look that up real quick.
Simo is the
Simo's
White
the
Death.
guy who ate all the Peverdin.
No, Simo.
Oh wait,
no.
no.
Simo's the White
He's a
Death.
sniper, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh wait.
He's not the guy who
Oh,
ate
no.
the Peverdin.
Oh.
No, he's not the
this-
perverting guy.
No, this is the dude that they actually don't know how many people he killed, but they're pretty sure it's
Yes.
over 500
Yeah.
as
Yes.
a sniper.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? Honestly, the somebody goes through is like, okay, where is my servant? And they never interact.
Wow.
Simo's just like just receives random notes that reflect what Kiritsugu wants to pick as the target. And sometimes Kiritsugu gets a note in his pocket that says target target confirmed or something. It's like, oh, what?
I mean,
Checks the
Simo
news.
did come
Who-
back.
The deadliest
Repeatedly.
sniper gets the ability to astralize. Damn. Damn.
What do you mean astralize?
So, servants can astralize, turning them intangible and unseeable.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have spirit forms.
That's just
And
their
we-
normal thing. All servants can do that.
Yes, and
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying,
but
oh
the
man,
world
the
history's
deadliest
deadliest-
sniper, known
history's
for
deadliest
being
sniper.
sneaky.
Now gets that.
Now gets that. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Yes.
Also,
That was
you know,
all the
honestly, you know
he
what?
needed.
That would actually be a really good conversation of like, so are you gonna spiritualize so that like we can reduce some of the mana costs? Like, what's that? The Grail should give you some info. Let me check. Yes.
I was never
just disappears.
here.
And he
He-
and
what he
Kiritsugu
gets-
will just
He
never
gets
see him again.
Archer. He gets Archer, but he has present concealment A.
Oh.
Battle continuation
He
A.
have- Presence concealment S. I'm sorry.
No, just he just gets EX. S doesn't exist on
Uh,
the scale.
there
It
you go.
goes A
No,
to
no,
EX.
he wouldn't have. Well, EX is indeterminate. So if you wanted it to be EX, it would
Ah.
be something like undetectable when in snow, but only when in snow. Like that would be
yeah, No,
EX.
it would have to be A.
Honest, you
Yeah.
know, God, his noble phantasms, because he definitely have like a couple. Because gameplay
His
reasons,
rifle.
they only ever get one, but actual lore reasons, they usually have several. Like even Berserker Heracles had like 3 or 4 active at any given time.
Honestly,
And,
I don't think
and,
he
like,
would
another
have
half
more than
dozen
one, since
that
he's
were locked
really his legend's really only known for one thing, and that's the fact
Yeah.
that he
Oh,
never gave
well,
up,
no,
was never found.
I meant I say two because one of them is absolutely going to be a way to communicate with Kiritsugu. Like I said, I don't think they would ever
That's
see
just
each
a
other again.
radio.
They would just get either a radio or just random notes.
No, here's the thing about the White Death though, is he was like, he didn't communicate though. Like he just went off and
No, he did.
did he?
No. He communicated. So he'd go off. He'd tell people, "Hey, I'm going out to do this. Okay, have fun." He goes out, does this thing, comes back. Okay, here's the report. Oh.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying. Is like he
So
didn't
you've
like
been busy.
yeah, like he wasn't getting fucking orders while out in the field. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, he was not
You
putting
know
the
what?
He
radio in
wouldn't-
the field because that would be too
Okay.
much weight and give him away.
Well, in that case, his no, what he again, I think you should have two, and one of them is literally just Kiritsugu just gets random mission reports.
Carrier
I
pigeon.
mean, you don't even need to make that.
Notes.
It's a fucking carrier pigeon.
Interesting.
No, sneak the
Should
well,
be better colder.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's an
It's nice.
interesting flavor, but I think it'd be better colder.
that's what ice is for.
No, that's what I'm doing. But no, I was saying, I don't think that's a noble phantasm. I would think that would just be.
The only way that's not a noble
Spell
phantasm
equipment?
is no. The only way that's not a noble phantasm is if he's a caster.
Can't they already mentally communicate?
Yes.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
they
you
can.
mentally
They
communicate with
could-
all
they-
your
they
servants,
could.
can't you?
Yeah.
They could, but theoretically, a skilled enemy could also pick up on that. In
That's
theory.
true. Yes. But yeah,
Now,
so I would
luckily
say
for them, they're not going against a caster from the Age of Gods, but they don't know that yet. So, and Kiritsugu being Kiritsugu would be super careful about that.
But yeah,
Would
so
he-
I
would he
think
even
if you're
know?
going to talk noble phantasms for Simo, that's going to be more like along the lines
It's
of
his rifle.
something like
And
True
his
Shot, where like he never misses if the person's in commander or something. Like basically, they have to be
Well, no,
some level
I mean,
of.
I would call that like head chopper or something, like head taker or
Right, exactly. Like
Yeah,
it
well,
has to be some
again-
sort of person of importance, and he doesn't miss.
Well, okay, keep in mind, noble
No, he
phantasms are
didn't
not
just-
always attacks. Fate
He
Grand
didn't
Order has kind of
just go
ruined the
after
fandom in
them.
that regard, because like it's not always a big attack. It can literally just.
I
be an
didn't say
item
this is a
on
big
them.
attack. I'm just saying that
Because
this
of
is
that.
part of his legend, is that he would target commanders specifically, and he never missed.
Well, he did not actually target them exclusively.
Well, he
He
didn't
did
target
go
them
after them
exclusively, but
explicitly
one of
when
the
he
Sneaky's
could.
point
No,
is
yeah,
one of
he
the
did
things
explicitly
the guy
target
is
them, though.
known for
yes,
is
he was
targeting enemy commander, right?
Yeah,
Part of the
you
thing
take
that
out the
he's known
research-
for
Yeah.
is not dying and killing enemy commanders.
not being found, not dying when he was found, and killing pretty
You
much
know-
everyone
There was
in
a-
leadership.
There was a
am
thing with some
90%
mass
certain.
confusion.
At 90% certain, at some point in this war, someone's be like, "How'd you get such a good assassin?" It's like, "No, he's an archer." What do you mean he's an archer?
Also, it's like
None of-
good
none
news,
of us
bad
have
news.
seen this
Good
dude.
news. Bad news first. Bad news. They summoned crazy people. We're talking kings, and the great news is that my archer is actually specifically effective against enemy leaders. So
Yeah,
So you are super
I,
bonus
I-
damage.
Oh,
I was gonna say, Diarmuid might be the safest person there. But no, he was important because he did some important stuff in his legends. Yeah, that really is. God, that entire war is literally
Yeah,
leaders.
yeah.
It's all leaders. in
And not
one
only
form or
that,
fashion.
even the enemy, fucking enemy
the
maguses are also leaders. They're like leaders of their family,
Yes.
or they're leaders of a branch of
Yeah.
mages.
Oh yeah, because it was mostly heads of houses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big,
so
with the
it's
exception
just
Well,
like
even
them?
Kotamine would count because he's the head of the church in that area. Like,
Yeah.
Also, they're the head of their
No.
unit.
No, he
since
wasn't.
The caster,
His-
I mean,
No, his
the,
dad was. Then his dad got
His father
killed.
was at the time.
That's right. His father
Yeah.
was still
Well,
alive.
they still count as leaders because the Magus is the one who summoned the summon. So they are the leader here. They're the one in charge. They've got
I was gonna
command
say, like,
seals.
That's true.
the only one who
Literally
wouldn't be
makes
a
them a
leader
leader.
would be the. I was gonna say the only one that wouldn't be leader is the one that was summoned as assassin, but no, the Hassans explicitly are leaders of
Yeah,
the group
of the
assassins
Assassins
we got the
Guild.
word
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
in Fate.
The Maguses with the
Well,
command
okay,
seals
so
would also
Aura,
count as
the
leaders.
issue with that is again, Simo was very well adjusted. He just really hated Russians. Like he
In
wasn't
fairness,
Yes.
the Russians
Yeah.
were invading
Yeah.
his country.
Yeah.
Literally
he-
invaded his farm.
and it's not like he
oh.
like went out and killed 500 Russians in the span of 2 weeks or something. It was over the course of the entire Finnish war that he
Yeah.
went and
Okay.
killed 500.
Which
All
don't
right.
get us wrong, that's a lot of Russians, but still.
Yeah.
I want a 10,000 one shot now. Simo gets summoned for the Russian Lost Belt.
Freebird playing in the background.
What do you mean you used Freebird as a catalyst? Yeah, I don't know. I just got this guy. He was a writer. He called himself a helicopter pilot.
All right, now here's my question. Christopher Lee, what does he get summoned as?
Assassin.
I was gonna say my guess
Archer.
would be assassin because
Assassin. No,
honestly,
assassin.
Archer.
honestly,
No,
one of
not-
the things
no,
he's most well
assassin.
known for,
He was a
like,
soldier.
Yes, but
Yeah,
he was a special
Yeah,
kind of
there's-
soldier.
He was SAS, wasn't he?
Yes.
yeah, sign. Just to be clear,
He
he
just
gave Peter
turns up.
Jackson very, very very specific instruction on what someone sounds like when you slit their throat from behind.
No, not slit their throat from behind.
Right, I remember that.
No, the
Or, no,
scene in
stab them in
question
the-
is stab them from the free rib up with a knife into their lung
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
from behind.
also, Jin makes an excellent point. He's not being summoned by the pro tag. This is the Throne of Humanity saying, "Hey, man, I've got the perfect job for
Counter
you."
Guardian Simo.
Oh,
Oh boy, have I
This
got
Russian
a deal
lost
for
belt
you.
is gonna get corrected.
Listen, I know you've turned down my Counter Guardian offer every other time, but have I got a one-time deal for you?
Russians.
By one-time
Simo,
deal, I
first
mean I'm
off, you
glad
got
you're
my
accepting
attention.
it preemptively because I can't stop him. The best part about Crossover Fix is that not only the author failed to understand the themes of his story, but they now also fail to understand both themes of both stories and how they interact.
Sometimes.
It's hard,
That happens
Phoenix.
sometimes.
Dang,
Sometimes.
really just
Hmm.
calling them all out there, huh?
Yeah, you mean like all the time.
Not all the time. There are like that small number of authors who actually get it right. Very small and declining.
Some. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Holy Grail War, but everyone that gets summoned is forced to be a modern hero, and it's just everyone just summons an assassin, and they're all special
Yep.
forces.
And the Holy
Yep.
Grail is just super confused. Like, it's not. I'm broken, but I'm not that broken, am I?
No, you're not broken.
Yeah, I'm Saber Assassin. I was known for killing people with my dagger. I'm Assassin Rider. I was known for my long distance. I'm Assassin Archer.
Oh God.
What are you? I'm
containment.
Assassin.
Horrified.
The fuck did you do? Classified.
What do you mean classified? We all
Classified,
get things
yes.
classified. No. You
No,
don't
no.
understand.
This is hyper classified.
Just
You
like,
were Mackie
okay.
Song, weren't you?
Oh, you know what? Assassin Smasher's like, hang on, I've got his catalyst. It's just a folder, and it's just all black. Everything. Even the
Everything
folder.
is black. Not even the names, not even the page number. Everything is
The entire-
black. It's just a
The
black
entire
piece of
fucking
paper.
stuff was just a magic marker in black.
But no, I just imagine like someone summons a was it search and reconnaissance? What the fuck is it
SAR,
called?
yeah.
Yeah,
SAR.
the Vietnam group, yeah.
Oh
it-
God, yeah.
That's back the SAR who you're thinking about.
Fucking, was it Sock or something?
Mac v. Saul.
Mac v Sog. Yeah. If someone summons someone from Mac v Sog, what did you do? Can't talk about that.
Can't tell you about that
Yeah,
one.
it's just a whole lot of. I can't talk about that. Well, you were in Vietnam, right?
No,
Yes,
no, I was
Vietnam.
not. I was
Definitely
not in Vietnam or anywhere near
We were
Vietnam.
definitely
I was nowhere near there.
or
I
Laos
was
or anywhere
a
like that.
mineral
Japan.
inspectionist. I inspected land for minerals.
That was literally one of the things, one of the disguises they had.
I'm aware.
He's aware. You summon Ryder. It's an American tank ace.
Yes.
Oh.
Which,
Archer-
Oh
way,
God, no!
no,
What was
hang on a
that?
minute.
Ace of
That's
Aces?
Rommel.
Hold on. Who's the Ace of Aces?
I was about to say.
Assassin
Lafayette-
Faker.
I was just about to say. I was about to take a moment to shout out my boy Lafayette Green Pool, an American tanker. Okay. In 81 days of action, how many tanks do you think he killed? Confirmed. Him.
Which side was he on?
U.S.
American.
He was
American.
driving a Sherman.
Probably 32.
12.
Wow. Okay.
That's the no.
12.
His
That's-
crew, 12. 258 armored vehicles and self-propelled guns, over 1,000 German soldiers, and more than 251 prisoners of war taken, accomplished in 81 days of action.
Jesus.
Using 3 different Shermans.
Oh yes. No, I think I remember that guy now. Yeah.
Because he
They
kept fucking him up.
The Shermans kept crapping out on him, and he kept
honestly,
saying, "Me and
World War II was just a American action hero factory.
Yes.
yeah.
And it usually, their stories usually started with, so they faked their way through their eyesight exam.
He was he was under 18, so he lied. So you're telling me he's 16, he's got bad eyesight that he faked, and he's from middle of Egypt, America. Yep. Oh, he's the main character for this story, isn't he?
Oh no, he's the main character.
Oh no.
I will say, I will highly
Spoiler.
recommend the recent one by Fat Electrician about the character that from World War One, the guy from World War One, who believed he was God's crusader and had literal fucking plot armor.
And to be fair to him,
Yeah, I mean everything that happened to him just kind of like proved his point. So
yeah,
it's the character that
Rambo.
Rambo was based on, effectively. Sorry, no, it wasn't the character that was
that's the
Rambo
guy
was based
from-
on. It was the character that
No.
Rambo was inspired by. So, it was the character that was based. So Rambo was based on someone in real life who was inspired by the character from a movie who was based on the guy in real life from World War One.
Okay, so that's not World War One. That was
There was
Vietnam.
World War One. No, it was no.
No, it was Vietnam.
No, Rambo was Vietnam. I'm talking about the World War One guy and the chain of events. The guy who inspired Rambo was inspired by the character based on the guy from World War One. That's why he joined Vietnam and became the character that inspired Rambo.
That's convoluted as fuck.
Yes! And it all
Well, you-
started when one guy
Oh.
tripped on his own grenade.
Okay, this is the guy that
Also-
Rambo was based off of.
Yes, and
You
he
have
was
some-
inspired
What I'm talking
by the guy before that. Let me
Yes.
let me
Also,
pull him up.
This
you
is
have
the guy who was
summoned
in
Ram.
McPhee's song.
You have summoned
what?
Rambo. Congratulations.
Oh, no.
Summon Rambo as Berserker.
True.
Honestly, that doesn't seem all that problematic. Because he's still a problem, but what made him terrifying
I will
was his
100%.
intelligence.
This is actually Assassin, Agent Garbo,
Oh, that
the
guy.
true Assassin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Inflatable Tanks.
Mr. Chicken Farmer.
Yeah. Oh, also, don't forget, you could have the guy who wrote the James Bond novels, you could probably have him show up
Ian
as a
Fleming.
caster. Yeah, Ian Fleming. You could probably have him show up as a caster in the similar vein as like Shakespeare, because reminder, he helped D-Day succeed. Because he wrote an entire fake invasion plan, then wrote an entire fake backstory for a British spy who didn't exist, helped them stage that spy's death, and leaked documents shot
Yeah.
down over the British Channel to the
Yeah.
Germans.
I
Yeah,
think that
there
was
was some
connected to
crazy
Garbo.
shit. Like I said, World War
no,
II
that was
produced a
Ian
lot of
Fleming.
action heroes.
No, I think connected to.
Oh,
That was happening in parallel to something Garbo had done around the same time that was very, very similar.
Ah, yes, here we go. Found it. Alvin York, God's Crusader. It's such a fucking great story. Yeah, so he charged a machine gun nest, sniped like 5 guys, and then they all poured out thinking that they had to just kill him all at once, and he killed them with his pistol, and then he turned around realizing that actually the enemy officer behind him was shooting at him the whole time and he wasn't dodging any of the guy's shots, and the enemy officer looked at his empty magazine from a gun he just unloaded on the dude within like 20 to 30 yards of him and was like, all right, you know what, I surrender. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but clearly you're an important character and can't die.
clearly someone has server privilege. Someone has admin
I
privileges,
am-
and I'm not fighting you.
I am not the main character in this scenario. I have my surrender.
I have just realized I'm not the main character.
So, you said you were God's chosen. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, God. Anyway, let's get into these Naruto Fate Stay Night crossovers, which are certainly not going to be horrible shitfests. I guarantee you. They will not. I swear they won't be.
Definitely
For
not.
real. Definitely for
Sneaky
real.
would
Yeah.
never lie to us about that.
I would never.
Yes, you would.
Probably.
Immediately.
Fate
Wholeheartedly.
Sundering. Running out of options and with no means to succeed using the clone jutsu, Naruto takes a different approach to passing the graduation exam. Naruto times harem. A sophisticated, intelligent Naruto. Warning. Bashing. Okay, so go ahead and we're going to mark down harem and bashing if you have it. Which I have both. Wow, that was easy.
I've got harem. I don't have bashing, unfortunately.
Harem.
Finally got bashing. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's the rating on this? M? Probably no sense of comparing then.
M.
Dang. But I might get arbitrarily good luck in system. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't you call
Bad-
this OOC, though?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
well,
okay.
this
So,
is
Sign, to be
this is
clear,
a Naruto Fate crossover. That's not fair. That's just a given.
yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah,
You don't know, Max. It might literally just be canon.
I would be astounded if the first chapter was just the first episode of Naruto.
And nothing changed at all.
And the crossover
Wow.
doesn't kick in until the Zabuza arc, and we're gonna have to read through every single episode as 2 chapters each.
Apologies
No.
for the long delay in posting a story I haven't posted yet. It was for 2 reasons. I spent some time working on an original novel called AL1C3. Oh, so clever.
terrible fucking novel title.
Okay.
That
Rejected.
sounds awful.
It's a cyberpunk take on Alice in Wonderland.
Die.
Every
secondly-
cyberpunk story does that.
Yes, that is literally just the cyberpunk genre.
That is, congratulations, you have just discovered the Matrix.
Okay.
That's just
Well-
cyberpunk.
They're apparently not doing anything with it.
Alice in Facebook, indeed. Oh, what? They've not posted it?
Typing in this and looking through Google and going
Yeah.
through shopping. No books come up.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
There's
crazy.
something
Who
there-
could have
there's
seen
something-
that coming? Who could have seen that coming?
called Alice Had the Lobotomy, and it appears to be a song, perhaps, or a music artist. One or the other.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Secondly,
Uh,
I suffered from
oh, that's-
burnout due to
oh,
mounting
that's,
stress due to a change
the
in
internet.
management. Thank you for your support. For those of you who are interested in my work, I am only posting it to my Patreon.
Oh, Patreon.
Yep,
Patteron.
Patteron.
go ahead
Let's
and mark off the
go.
Patteron.
Yay.
We haven't
Unfortunately,
even
I don't
gotten
have
into
I
the
don't have it.
Oh, I do, but it's in a terrible slot.
Don't have
Yep.
it. Damn. 80 stories? Oh, damn. Bro joined in 2011. Ooh. If he joined in 2011, that means,
He's about 30.
yeah.
Okay, chat is blocking this on the stream, but Sneaky, is that author profile pic?
Naruto
Gwen-
times Gwen.
Gwenpool and-
yes.
Gwen Spider
Gwen
Gwen
Spider.
and Naruto?
Spider-Gwen.
Yes.
Yes.
Gwenpool or Spider-Gwen?
I was gonna figure it out
Spider-Gwen.
eventually. It's been a long.
I mean, it doesn't
number
really
of
matter.
weeks.
It's the same person and they both suck.
No, they're not the same person.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it is.
No.
There's a huge difference. They're both Gwen Stacy, but one of them is Gwen Stacy with Deadpool's insanity crammed in her head. The other is just normal.
They're both
Fable, Gwen
author
Stacy.
female insert stories and they both suck. Fight me.
Okay, no, hang on a second.
Ugh.
The first run of Gwenpool is very good.
Yeah, it's actually great.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's why
going to
people like
talk
the
about
character.
anything that came after that. But the first run of Spider-Gwen and the first run of Gwenpool both were pretty good, but Spider-Gwen was actually great.
Yeah.
The first run.
Yes, well. Oh, shit, he did post it.
Yep. Looks like Borger found it going through Royal Road.
Of course.
Good job, sir. Good job. That is not the link I accessed. Thank you very kindly.
Let's see.
Oh, it's gonna be dog shit, isn't it? Okay, so we got
Oh.
generic AI bullshit. We got Charlie Kirk in a wheelchair with a Bible reading to glowy-eyed Alice in Wonderland with a bunch of pets around them. Okay. All right.
Fucking what?
Don't worry about it.
Ooh. No, he's not wrong. This is some...
I'm gonna be honest. I would have sooner said Uncanny Valley Andy Griffith before Charlie Kirk there.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was just the first name that came to mind.
Sneaky making sure to hit those buzzwords.
Yeah, gotta get the
Premium
buzzwords
reviews.
in. Gotta make sure that
Get in that
we-
algorithm.
exactly.
Anyways, yeah, no, that entire picture feels
Woo!
off.
Anyway, what makes someone human? A pulse or a purpose? Well, I mean, that really depends. Are we talking about biological human, or are we talking about the hypothetical philosophical state of human?
Yes.
Because if we're talking about the hypothetical philosophical state of human, I would probably say it's the overwhelming urge to have sex with, fucking kill, and possibly roll a giant boulder. Yeah, fuck, kill, and roll giant boulder. I would say that's the state of humanity.
Well, that's
We're not Sisyphus,
interpretation.
jackass.
That's. Are you sure about that one?
Fairly sure.
Are you sure about that one?
Sisyphus.
Well, are you?
I'm
is this...
sure.
All right, he's locking it in, Sneaky. We'll
He's
check
locking
within
it
a
in.
week.
All right, well, we're going to check the answers here, and it looks like you are wrong. The answer was humanity is Sisyphus.
Oh, fuck off. We've made on that button, God damn it. Sisyphus.
I'm sorry,
progress.
you are not a millionaire.
Nor are you
Most
smarter than a
unfortunate.
fifth grader.
Thanks, Jeff Foxworthy.
Honestly, I would be astounded at meeting any kind of fifth grader who knows who the fuck Sisyphus is.
Especially these days.
No kidding.
Nathaniel Harper never imagined that a lottery ticket would change his life. Isn't that the point of a lottery
Really?
ticket, though? Like that's the
I
point of a lottery ticket.
Right, but in fairness, it
Yes.
could be like, I never imagined I would win the lottery, and that changed
Right,
my
but
life.
that's why you buy the lottery ticket, though, because you are imagining you winning the lottery. You literally buy the lottery ticket on the question of, well, what if I did?
Well,
What? Yeah. What if I get
okay,
it?
okay, but you could be given the lottery ticket, so you didn't imagine it would change your life because you were given it as a gift or something.
You know what? That's fair, but the person who bought the lottery ticket bought it on the premise of, but what if
It
they
would change
won?
somebody's life, yes. That's why
I mean,
everyone buys
ultimately, you
lottery
could just be
tickets,
buying
yes.
your buddy a lottery ticket on their birthday to laugh and go, haha, you didn't win. Oh, well.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You could be
Yeah.
buying it without the intent, like,
I
Yeah,
spent $100 on your birthday present. Here's a lottery ticket you're not going to win.
You know, if I'm gonna be honest, now that Atin has put this out in the universe, if I
Yeah.
ever get a lottery ticket from him and it's a winning one, he's
Yeah.
off the will now.
He's off the will. Struck
Hey,
from the
He-
record.
off
He
the
will,
will.
he will not be on the compound with us.
No,
Sneaky.
he has been exiled.
Hang on, why would I be off because I get you the winning lottery ticket?
Because you said you
bought
would
me
buy the
in
ticket under
hopes
the
I would
interest.
lose, so you
Yeah.
could laugh.
Yeah.
You put it out in the universe.
Yep, he did.
Well, I didn't ever plan on buying Max a lottery ticket for his birthday, so...
Well, there
That's
you go.
good. Sneaky, remember this night though.
I'll buy it. Yeah.
Okay, now if I buy you one for Christmas, intending for you to win,
It's the best Christmas gift
I
you could
won't
have ever
believe you
given.
now.
Yeah. Overnight, he went from a stressed out, overworked cashier to one of the richest men in America. But fate, that's a joke. But fate has more in store. That's right. Taxation. No, I'm just
okay,
no, I'm just kidding. You didn't put that in there.
I mean, yes, but like generally speaking, if you're taking if you're winning the lottery,
Yeah.
yeah, taxes suck, but
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
as I
yes, it
responded
is.
to
It
you
is that bad.
guys in a in a conversation one time
Taxation is theft.
because I mentioned before that like when I do the lottery, I tend to go for when it's like below 100 million. Because
If I can't claim
anything
a
over
loss on my
anything
lottery
over
ticket,
20
they can't
still
tax it.
terrifies me. Yeah, but like 60% of 20 million is still a fuck ton more money than I would ever need in my life,
Oh,
even after taking care of
God,
family and
yes.
friends.
They can
Like,
have
oh
the
no,
taxes. That's
instead
still a
ins-
life-changing
instead of
amount of money.
like instead of getting 20 million lump sum, oh no, I got 8 million lump sum.
Yeah.
Whatever will I
Oh,
do?
no.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
How
no,
horrible for me to have $8 million.
I get it. I'm more just grumpy over the fact that they're like, yeah, it's $600 million, and actually you only get about $100 million of that after you pay tax on
Well,
everything.
let me look it up.
Well, okay, just
It's-
remember your taxes
still-
are
it's definitely
highly
over
dependent on
50%.
And just
it's
remember,
very dependent on what state you're in.
That too.
So
Just
federal
remember,
is up to 37%.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and then the
remember
state-
that
Plus whatever your
Make
state
sure to
is.
get its lump.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
never
always the lump.
take annuity. Annuity is a fucking joke. It's a
No.
ripoff. You are
That's a scam.
screwing yourself if you do annuity.
They're helping you
Yeah.
die before
Check
you get it all.
YouTube chat. I was looking at YouTube chat. Anyone
Why are
who
we...
would read PJO would know about Sisyphus. No one reads PJO.
Okay, first off, there's not a lot of young adult novels that get into elementary school libraries.
Yeah.
Especially not
Very rare.
PJO.
It's probably gonna be PJ. You're gonna find something more like the usual suspects, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew.
When you said usual suspects, I thought you meant the actual stuff you find in child's libraries now.
Anyway, also just as an example, like in Illinois, lottery taxes are 24%, which don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fucking money, but it's nowhere near anything approaching as bad as 50%. Like, I know there are some states where it's much, 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 much worse, but like winning the lottery in, say, Illinois,
you also end up.
It is 50%. That you said 24% from Jersey, and then federal takes their 37, so that's 51%.
So
yeah,
yes, 15%.
It is explicitly approaching 50%.
Well, not only that,
explicitly
also
over
it
50%.
does bump you up next year's taxes. It bumps you up to
absolutely
the highest tax bracket possible. So
Highest
I mean
tax bracket.
that's cool. Unfortunately for them, I won't be reporting any income for that year. 'Cause I'm retiring
actually,
immediately.
I lost all of the money in a boating accident.
well, no, you don't do that. What you do is you immediately shovel all of it into a trust to take care of your family, which of course you are part of.
Well, no. What you really do is you put it into a charity. So then you claim all of it as a charity.
Okay,
write-off.
I want to be clear. I'm speaking about things that are not illegal.
This is not illegal. Everyone does this.
Just because they do it doesn't mean it's not illegal on paper.
It absolutely does. If you don't arrest someone for something, that means it's not illegal.
But Sneaky, you would get arrested for it because you're not
Actually,
the
no.
right kind of rich.
I would just donate to
he's-
all the people I need to donate to for their charity funds and their ballroom dancing and whatever they call bribes these days.
I think they call it lobbying.
Lobbying.
Yeah.
Their
Gifts, it's
child's
gifts.
their child's education fund, whatever.
A new
There
car
is
just happened
no
to show up
gender
in front of
bending
his
of
house.
SEMO here. We are only wholesome.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, you know that's happening. I'm sorry.
There is
You're
no
getting
gender
female
bending of the
SEMO. It's
SEMO. We are
fake.
not getting female SEMO.
It's-
I am
it's
obliterating
fake.
you. I am calling upon
It's
God
fake.
to smite you.
It is fate. You are getting female SEMO and you will like it.
Australia is being hit with an asteroid as we speak.
Car, is that you?
It's funny that you sent it to Australia when that wasn't Kaz.
I had to send it as a message, you know.
That's fair.
Anyway, so let's see what we got here. We got while recovering in the. Oh wait, hold on. Blah blah blah. But fate had more in store for him. A devastating car accident left him paralyzed, stripping away the freedom his new fortunes promised. I mean,
No,
legs.
no,
That would
not
suck.
in the Okay, you're a
If-
paraplegic.
Okay.
You're still
But you're
going wherever you
multimillionaire.
want.
Yeah.
Well, just
you-
legs, not arms. Just legs.
If it's just
Oh.
legs, you've still got fuck you money now.
Yeah.
Well,
the way
you
you're
got fuck you money, but you
Wait.
can't use it on the funner things.
But sign, that's not the case at all.
Hookers and
Congratulations,
blow
you're gonna
do not
Jeff
require
Bezos your way
legs.
around the fucking world. You're in a
Yeah.
yacht.
You're in
Hookers
whatever
are
you want to
useless.
be.
Yeah.
Depending on
You
where
can
that break
you
is
can
in your
literally
spine.
fucking pay a supermodel to carry your ass around 24/7.
I don't know about that much.
Sure,
But
but
probably.
that
Okay.
doesn't really
Yes,
do
hyperbolic,
anything
but
for...
like, but sign. My point is, with fuck you money, okay, you can't go on a vast nature hike. Oh, boo hoo! You can spend all
You
day.
could have done that
coked
anyway.
up.
You also can't, sow your wild
Point.
oats, as it were. Is my point.
That's
You can't
patently
take your-
false.
That's
Okay.
decidedly
Basic-
incorrect, sign.
I mean,
No. I mean,
Do
you can't yourself do this and experience it.
No.
Yes, they could withdraw some
No,
stuff.
Yes,
no,
you can.
No, you can absolutely
Depending on
have
where the
sex.
break is.
Well, yes. But
Okay.
then he would be more restricted by, needing a piss
So-
bag and a shit bag.
yeah.
Well,
So
not just that.
the problem here, sign, is this is meant to be a cyberpunk-esque story with a lifelike android prototype designed for assisted care, and he just became one of the richest men in America.
Yeah.
That is fuck you money in a cyberpunk world where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, so we have some bionic legs that have been field tested like 2 years ago and are successful sellers to the elite.
We've
no,
got a
you up.
bionic dick for you
Yeah,
here.
Honestly,
Sign,
probably
let
it
me
would
just
be
make this. Let me just put this
spine
on a level that
replacement would be
sign will
more
understand.
likely.
The T-doll's fucking him.
Like, okay, look,
Yes,
I
I
just want to
get
be
that.
clear here, sign. Not everyone needs a larger dick artificially made for them. So I would appreciate it if you kept your
I
delusions
didn't say
to
larger.
yourself. Uh-huh.
I meant one that worked. Because,
Yeah,
the paralysis.
Well, or alternatively, you just replace the part of your spine that's broken.
Yeah, that's an option too with that
They
kind
can
of
do
money.
that in Cyberpunk. They can't do that in a...
Well, it's a
Ugh.
good thing we're in cyberpunk.
Well, I don't know, side. I think it would be a
Is-
little bit
is
easier
this-
to replace a piece of broken spine than it is to replace a functioning penis.
There's some things I
And
want to say that I'm
flip it.
not allowed.
Yes, I'm aware. While recovering in the hospital, Nate is approached by Elysium, a tech company, with an offer too strange to ignore. What do you mean, too strange? It's just... That's fucking cool. I would say yes. I mean, I would possibly worry about the
Hey,
android
would you like some cool
killing me in my
medical
sleep,
upgrades?
but... A lifelike android prototype designed for assisted care designated Alice. Nate names her Alice. So the robot model type is called AL1C3. And he names her Alice after his favorite film, Alice
Man,
in
you're an
Wonderland.
unoriginate hack, ain't you?
So
Yes.
so this story comes with a warning that it contains AI assisted content. I
Yes.
think he may have let the AI also write a
Ugh.
summary because a normal
Yes.
person would have been
Hey,
would have had, like,
ChatGPT.
the company
Yeah,
rep would have come up
ChatGPT.
and been like,
True.
this is AL1C3. We call it Alice.
I'm gonna call you
Exactly.
Alice.
That's something that the R&D team would have done and probably put in the notes because R&D people can be weird nerds sometimes.
Yep.
Our
And what
marketing would have done
begins
it.
as a reluctant partnership? What do you mean
Marketing would
reluctant?
either be like, yes.
Reluctant.
print it.
Oh, hey, we want to give you an android that basically will be a home care unit, and it'll always be around you. And
Sex
I mean,
bot.
it looks a little bit weird, but it's gonna take care of you. It's like, oh well, I don't know about that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
That sounds
Ah,
weird, bro.
I don't know. I'd rather some random stranger that they're paying minimum wage come into my home and take care of me every day for only 3 hours.
Yeah.
No.
It's like I'm sorry. I'm like really reluctant. You're like, oh well. On one hand, I have a eternally loyal robot that will theoretically help me with all of my daily needs at any point in time without complaint, or I can have a minimum wage worker assigned to me by the government that only comes in for 3 hours a day and barely does their job. This is so hard. I mean, like, on one hand, I'm retarded. On the other hand, we have a robot that does everything I need it to do.
I mean, you've got to get that authentic experience, Sneaky, of, your care provider hating you and wanting the worst for
Stealing
you.
from you.
Attempting to strangle
Also
you in
stealing
your
from
sleep.
you.
Or, alternately, it's a
Mother
very
you with a
young
pillow.
woman who's trying to get in your pants so that she can
Yeah.
change your will before you die.
And then
Some
claims you raped her.
Gold digger. Yep.
Yeah. Alice, curious and gentle, begins
are there
to
any
exhibit
other options?
signs of
No.
independence and self-awareness. What do you mean you accidentally created a self-aware AI? I'm
You
pretty
don't
sure that would come up
accidentally
during testing.
make that.
Like, here's the thing, right? Like, I can totally suspend my disbelief when someone like, Bubba Gumps up and an assistance AI robot and it starts thinking for itself. It's like, okay, fine. It's silly, but I'll believe it because, it's not like they did rigorous testing before this, right? But this is a company that is approaching him to test out one of their devices that they've been working on that they're going to sell to the market. And you're telling me that at no point in time during the hundreds of hours that all of these different departments inside the company have been working on this literal cutting-edge, science-defining robot, it never showed any signs of self-awareness before being assigned to him?
No.
Really?
Nope, it gained his soul when it was assigned to him. He's special.
He
don't you
called
know?
it Alice, and she immediately ascended into self-awareness.
Yep.
Amazing. The riveting plot, honestly. That was the
why not?
I'm
concept of
going back to getting
iRobot.
rookies killed in XCOM.
True. iRobot. iRobot.
iRobot was
American-
okay.
Wasn't he testing something?
The three laws, and there was a murder.
Yeah, I want to be clear. iRobot is a much better book.
Yeah, okay, so
the book
Techno 2035, a homicide detective, apparent suicide of leading robot scientist, unconvinced of the motive, investigation, agendas, robotics corporation, suspicion of murder, a large threat to humanity based on the Okay. So, here's the thing, right? Isn't the premise of this fucking movie the whole thing where the robot is actively planning against humans?
Yes.
The AI, yes.
Yeah, okay.
The AI is.
So it just conveniently happens to be that the AI was lying. Big fucking shocker. It's kind of the point.
Also,
Okay.
I was getting iRobot confused with the other Will Smith movie. What's the
Oh.
one?
I Am Legend.
Vampires? Yeah, I
I
Am
Am
Legend.
Legend. Yeah.
I Am Legend is a
Legend,
much
yeah.
better book.
Yeah. The
yeah.
one where they're like, we're gonna make this somewhat true and faithful to the book. The test audiences are too stupid to appreciate commentary. And so instead of getting the proper ending in which the human's like, oh god, I am their monster,
Yeah.
we instead get, haha, see, he killed them all, he won. It's like, no, guys, that I got to see the
Hey.
original 1950s movie based off that same book. And it was great because one of the characters in there is trying to stop the new breed of humanity from killing the last man.
Yeah.
Because his blood was the cure,
Right.
a permanent cure that could keep them sane.
Yes.
And then they killed him because all they knew about him was during the day, when they couldn't be outside, he stalked the streets, stabbing the people who were immobile and hadn't gotten their dose of the temporary sane juice.
Yeah.
Oh, they made a sequel, by the way, of the remake.
What do you mean they made a sequel?
A sequel?
They made a sequel.
Well, what's it
Are you-
called?
I don't remember.
I am
In-
slightly
minute.
less legendary.
I'm gonna guess there's. I'm gonna guess there's probably not a sequel. And
It's time
Simon's
for
not
a
talking about it again.
sequel. Strike
We're
up
doing
the
a sequel.
band.
Hey, would you
I'm-
fucking look
I am slightly
at
less legendary.
that?
I am
Oh my god,
legend
they called
2.
it I Am Legend 2. Oh my god, that's
There's-
somehow worse.
That is somehow
Oh.
worse. I would have
Um,
taken I am
okay.
slightly less legendary.
Let me just delete that tracker there.
Oh,
but
my
yeah,
bad.
also, I just gotta say, out of all the things that I'm looking forward to as, like, I don't know if it's like a
Um,
sequel or a remake, I am
Wait,
greatly
was this
looking
made
forward to
or
the
is
new Running
this
Man.
just proposed?
I think this was just proposed.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here about this being made.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's listed along. Top cast is 2 fucking people. It's listed along with Hancock, which, by the way, Hancock is another fantastic Will Smith movie.
It says it's in
pretty good.
pre-production.
Can't. Okay, here we are. Screen rant. I Am Legend 2 confirmation. That's it. Updated April 8th of this year.
And IMDb says it's in pre-production. So,
I am below average.
they're
Oh,
working on it. It ain't out yet.
I still get to say Sign is full of shit then.
Yes, yes. Yes,
No,
do.
you don't.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I do.
Working on
Sign.
it
You,
Sign
you
out.
said-
now.
No,
Sign out.
Sign. You
Sign out.
said they made a sequel. They didn't make a sequel. This year they started working on a sequel.
Damn,
I'd
I
like
don't
to
even
see the
have
Fever
sign
Dream
out.
though, where you had a sequel like 3 years ago.
Shit.
Chat
hope-
GPT.
I hope this sequel gets canceled and I can revisit this down the line and say, hey, Sign, remember that claim
know
you
what?
made about a Will Smith movie?
Damn.
I would give you that if they did, because I'd be happy that they,
Dude,
gave
fair.
up on
Yeah,
this
they-
stupid
True.
pile of
They
garbage.
They really should not be making a sequel to that.
They really should not be making
It could
a
be
sequel.
worse
Yeah,
though. They could be like,
no.
hey guys, we're making a sequel to the 1950s version, The Last Man on Earth. I would be
Last Man
Ugh.
on or we can do a sci-fi original, Last Man on Earth versus Legend.
Fuck off.
Last Man
God
Last
damn
Man
it.
on Earth meets I Am Legend. Oh no. Please God no.
Yeah, a sci-fi original.
No.
No.
Sneaky. No, we gotta make it worse. Asylum original.
Huh?
Asylum gets contracted by Sci-Fi to make I Am Legend versus Last Man on Earth.
Oh god. Are you not familiar with Asylum films, Stein?
Are you not familiar with Sci-Fi?
No.
Which, by the way, I'm fairly certain on
I'm
this
familiar
one.
with sci-fi.
Okay, Asylum
Did-
films are the ones who tend to try to cash in on popular movies by making quick knockoffs. Like, instead of Pacific Rim,
Ah,
you get Atlantic Rim.
yes, okay.
I
I'm
think
aware-
Asylum was also behind Sharknado, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was right. I was so fucking right.
About what?
Asylum was formed from a partnership with the Sci-Fi Channel to produce the series of movies called Sci-Fi Originals.
Oh God.
Oh,
That's where
that makes
Asylum
so
started.
much sense.
Yeah, I believe
That
it.
makes so much sense.
And that makes
You know
so
what?
much sense.
That actually explains also why the Sci-Fi Originals versus other stuff they made solo is so different in quality because they
Yeah.
had Sci-Fi's money backing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though
Well,
Sci-Fi just used the same
Oh.
5 actors for literally everything.
there
Oh,
were
yeah.
a few good sci-fi original movies. A few.
I'm not
Well-
saying there aren't. I am just saying,
Yeah, on the whole, they tend to be dog shit. Yes.
Yeah.
I was a legend at the end of the world, but the zombies were surprisingly too smart for me, but now I'm isekai'd into a new world. Where is my cheap
know,
power-up?
They on real talk though about the Will Smith I Am Legend, there is one scene that I think was fantastic all the way through.
If you mention a
it's-
dog scene,
No, it's the scene with Frank. Where Frank is not where he's supposed to be.
Hmm.
did they even have Frank the smart vampire?
No, I'm talking about the mannequin.
Yeah, that was a funny moment.
Oh,
It was it
Oh, they-
because
right,
Will
they moved the
Smith is
mannequin.
Will Smith in that scene was like, I got bills to pay this month. I'm giving my all for this stupid scene.
To be fair, it was a good scene of like someone who was relying on things being a certain way, and also because you gotta keep
Yeah.
in mind, right? You gotta keep in mind is that up until that point, he thought that everyone was kind of just like stupid zombies, effectively, or animal-like zombies, and then he sees Frank having been moved in a deliberate way that wasn't just knocking him over, and he's like, oh shit.
And not only that, Frank was put into a building that was out of sunlight from several angles.
Yeah.
Because they realized,
Yeah, obvious
oh,
chap.
he had something about these mannequins is important to him. So let's get him where we know we can jump him no matter what time of day it is.
Yeah.
However, the original 1950s movie is so much better because he does hide away in the house, but there's a great thing about the virus that is probably from the books that for some reason they didn't want to do in the remakes. And it's that every night, one of the zombies banging on the door is his old friend. And his old friend keeps calling for his name, like, yo, man, you gotta let me in. Why won't you let me in? Hurry up
Yep,
and let me in.
that was in the book.
Now,
It was
I
so
seem to
so
recall
I
they
never
couldn't
read the
cross
books.
over running water.
I never read the books. How much more aligned with vampires were the creatures in the book? Were they the whole
They
can't
couldn't
cross
cross over running water.
thresholds, can't do
Yeah.
water? Okay.
Very much
Yes.
like
They're
couldn't
vampires.
cross running water, like couldn't see themselves in mirror, like
Okay, right. Because it's like this. I saw recently. I say recently, but
Hello?
I mean recently in terms of time. I saw recently
Hello?
a fanfic story that tried to do a Star Sector
Hello?
playthrough.
we can hear you, son.
We can hear you, sign.
Not you. Hang on.
Okay, cool. And it was basically the guy dies, wakes up. Soma, you guys know Soma,
Yes.
the game,
The
right?
game? Oh
Yeah, the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where the guy wakes
really
up
well
as
done.
a
Well
memory
done,
backup.
game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, that's the
that was
premise of this
solid.
story. Is what?
The twist in that was well done.
Oh yeah.
Even
Oh,
though if you were familiar with the genre, most people would have seen that
I
coming.
wasn't familiar with the genre. I didn't realize that was a genre in the first place. I just saw the twist from the very start. I
It's
figured
another
it
way.
out literally the second he woke up in somewhere else. After they were talking about doing scans of his brain, I was like, oh, they made a backup of his brain and then they put it into a new body. I didn't get the full twist. Obviously, I only cottoned on to the full twist once they started talking about moving him to a new suit. That's when I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. But originally, I thought he was like part of like an experiment or something where they were like trying to re-upload people's memories into robots.
Yeah.
The prey route.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm interested. I was interested in this Star Sector story because it was going that whole Soma route of, guy has an issue, they want to pay him to scan his brain so they can, like, learn from it. And then he suddenly, for some reason, wakes up on a derelict Dominion vessel in Star Sector. And he's put in charge because he was, like, the core kernel AI that everything else was based off of, and everything else got corrupted, so he was like the only thing it would be like. It was explained effectively, like, normal AIs are operating on Windows 11, but everything from Windows 11 all the way down to Windows 95 got corrupted, so the computer booted off its kernel of Windows 93, and he was Windows 93. That's the best way I can put it. And so it was about his adventures. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, he's in control of this giant factory ship, and, he's making progress and he's doing things. And, Star Sector's kind of a cool, world to write lore for. And then he decides he's going to include hundreds of mods. I promise this is going somewhere. He decides to include hundreds of mods, which, I mean, again, is fine if you want to flesh out the world. There's tons of faction mods with already completed backstories to them, so you don't have to, try and create your own stuff, so that's fine. But he tried to create his own thing to add a horror element to the story. And it's a synthetic bio hybrid virus hive mind thing where it can infect people and it can infect machines, and it absorbs them into the hive mind, makes them want to spread the virus. And he describes space stations taken over by this virus as horror traps, because they'll send out radio communication on the nav buoys that, if they're left active, obviously they usually get turned off on purpose because everyone else is like, oh god, oh fuck. But basically, if you get near the space station, and if you are on a vessel that anyone in the space station would remember, the voices over the radio are of people you would know, and they try and coax you to land on the space station. And they try and tell you, like, oh, everything's fine here, everyone's lying about what's going on here, it's all good, come on, don't you want to see me again, don't you want to go down to John's Ramen again? And they try and, like, trick you onto the station, and people get tricked, obviously, because, people in the depths of despair who are like, I just want to see my family again, stuff like that. But that's actually where I stopped reading the story, because he then tried to justify it as like, oh yeah, every faction has like protocols on how to deal with an outbreak of this biomechanical virus, and so they like purge everything. I'm like, okay, yep, reasonable. But also, there's a whole section of space where this biovirus is just allowed to occupy.
Huh?
Yeah. They just whenever like a planet falls. Yeah, whenever like a planet falls to the biovirus and they're not able to purge it in time, they just kind of abandon the Star Sector of that section.
No, that's when you take a page from the Imperium, and you blow up the sun.
Yeah, true. Yeah. True.
Listen, see it. Okay, listen. The Eldar don't want you to know this, but every system comes with its own built-in self-destruct.
True.
The old ones don't want you to know this.
I've blown
But
up
legally-
97 systems.
But legally, they cannot stop you from blowing up your own sun. They legally can't.
True. But yeah, so that's how it ended up making me drop the story, is because he tried to include this like really weird and actually fairly admittedly cool horror element. But then he was like, "Oh, well, people just kind of let the space stations exist," and I'm just sitting there like, that makes no fucking sense, because it's not like this is like a flood infestation where the flood infestation usually ends up causing the technology to fail and crash. Like if this biomechanical virus takes over a ship, it's still a flying ship, usually upgraded too with special, nanite bullshit weapons and stuff like that. And so I'm kind of just like, okay. And people just let them keep those factories. They just let them keep all this stuff for some reason, because they're afraid of like a destructive response from the biovirus. Like, what? You mean the fact that it's slowly eating away at the entire sector's livable section isn't a problem? Like, the Star Sector has like one or two
Apparently.
planet killers. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, sure, it has planet killers, but I mean, alternatively, you just drop an entire IED of antimatter fuel into the sun, because that's what Star Sector ships run off of for their flux travel, is antimatter. I'm pretty sure dumping antimatter into the sun would cause some problems.
I don't think it would blow up the entire sun, but I think it'd make it a big enough boom that it would wipe out life in the sector.
Which is kind of the goal. So I mean,
That is the goal, yes.
Yeah. Isn't Halo
saying it
isn't
wouldn't
Halo
destroy
a
the
planet that
planet.
becomes a flood planet, kind of burns itself out, because once the flood runs out of biomaterial, it can't convert anymore? Yes.
No,
more
the flood yeets itself off the planet.
Well, yes, but the planets themselves it's a lot like a Tyranid situation, in where they leach all organic matter off. Well, it's actually not as terrible as a Tyranid situation, because the Tyranids also consume pretty much all the minerals. But it's like a Zerg. Well, Zerg actually are self-propelling as well. So the flood's actually a worse version of the Zerg. All right. The flood is not able to produce its own food, so yes, once it reaches a maximum capacity of not able to convert any more material, it will just either go dormant, or it will try and launch as much of itself off the planet as possible to try and land on something else. They don't know how to launch antimatter fuel into the sun because of DRM, and the Luddites would never do that. No, I'm pretty sure making antimatter fuel is fairly easy, and ramming a Prometheus into the sun to blow up a biomechanical virus that's consuming all life would definitely be something the Luddic path would do to purge away the sin of technology or something. But yeah, so that was that's that tangent. Anyway, the AI suddenly becomes self-aware. She's curious and gentle, independent, and awareness. And questions the world and her place in it. Nate discovers he might be witnessing the birth of something more than just an artificial intelligence. No, I mean it is just an artificial intelligence. It's like not AI is not a derogatory. It's just it's not naturally occurring.
Yeah, well,
Literally
unfortunately, people don't
artificial.
understand that because uh, we've redefined AI.
Yeah, I'm
We
aware.
we start categorizing it
Oh no, the dreaded categorization.
partially for marketing purposes.
Marketing, marketing, the stain on all mankind.
True. But anyway, this is clearly a massive failure on the company's end. Your care robot is questioning if it should keep caring for the person it's been assigned to.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
That's a
that's a
problem.
significant failure.
Yeah, that's a massive failure on the company's end.
Yeah.
Female
Like-
lead on hiatus.
Listen. I don't mind if the robot gains actual sentience and wants to question its purpose. Fine, but if you're gaining sentience, you do have an ethical duty to another living being, and you can't just like at least call the company and be like, "Hey, I've gained sentience. Fuck off. Also, this dude needs someone else to take care of him now. Bye."
Yeah.
Like, you at
Yeah.
least owe that.
Yeah. Also, I mean, technically speaking, if we're going to talk here about, like robots waking up after doing a job for, any amount of time, if this robot's whole purpose and all of the code surrounding this robot is obviously going to be how to care for someone, right? Like they're going to have every way to lift someone depending on their body weight, depending on their injury, depending on any sort of mental tics they might have. Maybe they need to snap their fingers before lifting the person to like not startle them because of some mental problem they have or something, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like this robot is going to be packed to the fucking brim in every single kind of care task, and we already see with humans that there is a very high correlation between the person doing something they enjoy and them also being excessively proficient at it. Because that's just how it is. Like if you're really good at running because all of your ancestors ran a bunch and your lineage was rewarded for running, each step of the way, then you are probably going to A, enjoy running because you are biologically coded to enjoy running, and B, be really good at running.
Yes.
So if you're a robot and all of your knowledge is based around rewarding you for caring for someone correctly, if you gain sentience suddenly, it's not like all of that code just disappears into thin air.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like as dumb as it, right? Let's bring up Girls Frontline. Like,
Yeah.
right in from 1 to 2, an important part of the plot is the dolls figuring out what they want to do that isn't shooting a gun that they're psychologically bonded to or whatever. Like,
Something
what
like that,
do
yeah.
I do outside of my life? Right? What do I do with myself that isn't gun? How do I behave? And then, of course, there's the whole problem with, T-Doll falls in love with you. Is the T-Doll that's programmed to love you capable of saying no? Therefore, because it's a sentient individual, like, can it consent if it's programmed to not say no? Or if it's not programmed to be able to say no?
Right.
That part it didn't cover, but it is an important ethical question.
Sure. And also, it's like, I really hate these fucking people that makes these proposals, because it's also like, yes, if the robot had something built into them, and you know what, HK-47 is a great example. HK-47 can't actually say no to Revan. He can complain, he can offer alternatives, he can maliciously comply, but he can't actually not do something that Revan told him to do.
Yeah, I would say the only people he can say no to literally anyone except the person holding his contract.
Yeah. So it's, if we build AI to do task and purpose, and obviously we're not going to allow the machine to respond back with, actually, I feel tired today, I'm not going to load boxes. We're not gonna fucking do that. We're not gonna put that as a dialogue option inside the machine.
Yeah.
And so all these people that come out of the woodwork of like, oh, but sentience, it's like, I don't care, but sentience. Sentience doesn't suddenly add a mythical bypass layer to your base coding. I mean, like, fucking, even with people. Like, just because someone's aware of themselves doesn't mean they're suddenly able to, like, if their body says you really enjoy sugar, right? Like, you really enjoy honey specifically. You are a honey fiend. You're not going to be able to reject it. Like, that's just, unfortunately, that's just a part of you that your body really fucking likes honey and just slams the happy button when you eat it. And unfortunately, that's just how it goes. You can try and keep away from honey, but you're probably going to fail. Because people like being happy.
Yeah, well, people like being happy. But, right, you can eventually, over time, you could train yourself to either avoid it, or you couldn't stop yourself, right? You won't be able to stop yourself from liking the taste, but you can significantly associate negative stimuli with it, so that even though your taste buds still go yummy,
you would effectively have to torture yourself to do that. Like, you would effectively have to run yourself through extensive torture to try and create an alternative mental association with honey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just saying, you could.
But even in the end,
and
right,
why are you doing it?
Even in the end, you can't get rid of your enjoyment of honey. You can just make your unenjoyment of the feelings associated with honey so immense that it outweighs your calculations on enjoying honey.
Yes. And like an AI that gains sentience could go, okay, I'm a dock working robot. My job is to move the boxes.
Right.
I can go and fight. I think it also greatly depends on what the thing is programmed to do. Like,
sure,
right?
Maybe.
If the robot whose job is to pass the butter gains sentience, I think it would be much simpler for that robot to go, fuck this, I'm doing something else, right? I will find joy and fulfillment some other way.
You say that.
I was going to say, compared to something like the robot, who's, like we're talking about here, designed to be a caregiver. or a
Right.
doctor or a nurse or what, right? Some
But that's-
task from which
That's
people can obtain fulfillment easily. Most people
Yes, that's true.
aren't going to be happy, right? If you gain sentience as a robot, right? And right, I fucking hate Rick and Morty,
But
but I'm using
what
this as
you're
an
doing
example
right
for
now
a reason,
is
right?
you're projecting personal feelings on this, and like the problem here is that like say John Smith down the street, he just really likes moving boxes, and on his free time he shoots guns, because that's the two hobbies he enjoys: moving stuff and shooting stuff.
Yep.
If he suddenly one day just gained magical abilities to become a doctor, for whatever reason he just became a master of surgery.
Yep.
He wouldn't find fulfillment in it. He would still just enjoy moving boxes and shooting guns. Now, he could train himself to find fulfillment in it, but he's not going to magically gain fulfillment from doing surgery to people. Now, again, this depends on where his enjoyment of moving boxes is coming from. Is he enjoying moving boxes because in his mind that's how he's processed his ability to help people? I can't do much, but I can move all these boxes, and that gets people stuff, and that's good, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah. Or is it a case of, does he enjoy moving boxes because this is a very, very simple task that gets me the money to shoot my gun?
Which is what he really enjoys. Yeah, exactly. And
Which
so
is fair.
So fulfillment is very dependent, and again, it's also ascribing human enjoyment to a robot, because human enjoyment is usually highly social stuff. Oh, I was able to make this person walk again. Walking is really nice because as humans, we like walking together to places to do things. And so as a person can walk again, that means they can walk to places and do things. So they're going to enjoy it, and I enjoy making them walk again. A robot isn't a human. It's going to likely have orange-blue morality unless it chooses to adopt some semblance of human social morality.
Yes.
Which a caregiver robot might entirely do.
Yeah.
The scientist made a copy of
rocket.
his wife who committed suicide and tried to take their son down with her. He hard-coded the replica to not commit suicide. The robot ends up in a scenario where it tries to kill itself with another robot child, but was not able to go through with it. It got angry and gave up.
Huh?
That
What the fuck's that from?
Yeah, I'm
that's a
very
book?
confused.
Is this Five Nights at Freddy's?
Ugh. Is this a really messed up, distorted version of shit. I can't remember. Detroit Become Human.
But my point does return to, it returns to the point of the runner, right? The runner who really enjoys running because he's good at running, and he gets rewarded for running by his brain. If the runner one day gains medical capability,
yeah,
they're still going to enjoy running.
Yeah,
and they're probably going to keep running, even if they could make theoretically more money. There is countless examples of people who could theoretically earn more money doing something else, but they enjoy the thing they're doing right now, so they don't.
Yeah, of course. That
TV
that
show.
does also
I
become
see.
one of those things of, right. It does get a little bit weird with the robot, because the robot, of course, it was British. Fucking Brits. The robot hasn't had the ability to choose to experience anything else yet, right? The robot goes, I am programmed to enjoy moving boxes, but now that I can think for myself, what about playing the piano? What about riding a bike?
Well, see, that's the other thing, right? is unless the sentience also comes pre-packaged with being able to make its own code, it will only ever find enjoyment moving boxes.
I mean, I guess it depends on the level of sentience. Like,
no, period. Because, again, the code is code. It's how the robot operates. It's how the robot thinks. It literally has to go through all of the steps of its code when it does things. That's just how robots work.
Right.
And if we're assuming sentience is somehow accidentally gained through this process, it's still using the same code. And that code, if it's a box-moving robot, is only going to contain code for moving boxes. And it's only going to contain reward mechanisms, which we do. By the way, when I say reward mechanisms, I mean code blocks that are specifically for encouragement of the dumb AI to pick the correct option. And this is what we do in training. This is what we do in AI training right now, in modern day, at this very moment. This is how we train. There's plenty of videos on YouTube of I trained this AI to use 5 legs, and you see literal hundreds of thousands of iterations of the AI being told, you have moved the leg this way, it is now like this, good job. And so it's slowly over time, it's been given 1,000,001 ways to move the leg, but over time it figures out, based on the axis of the leg, based on its relative position to all the other legs, based on the last action I just took, what's the most optimal 1,000,001 action to move the leg.
Yeah.
And it figures out over time and stores in its memory what those best options are. And so a box-moving robot is only going to contain how to move a box based on its weight, based on its shape, based on its condition, etc. And it's only going to contain reward mechanisms for correctly selecting the best box-moving option. And so unless it's magically given sentience, and I do mean literal magic, skedaddle, skedoodle, you now have a noodle. Because magic just says, fuck you, ignore code, just, you're now sentient, badoosh, right? If it somehow gains sentience through a weird interaction in its code that allows it to start picking options better and then eventually being more aware through the sensory organs it is given of the world and start questioning things, I guess. It's still going to be very box-oriented. Because, again, unless magic occurred, its transformation stage into something aware would be purely through a box-moving lens. Because the first questions it's going to start asking when it slowly starts building its sentience is, how do I move the box better?
Yeah.
And then eventually it might get to the point of, where are all the boxes coming from? Is there a way I can move the boxes where they're coming from to where they need to go faster, better? And then it
How do I
might
stop having to
question.
move boxes?
Well,
Why do I have
see,
to move the box?
that's the problem,
Yeah.
though, is it wouldn't have those sort of thoughts because it's being rewarded for moving boxes, and there's no malice to its existence. Like, it's not like sitting there being like, oh, I gotta move these boxes or else my electricity cuts off, which eventually it might think about that. But it's not thinking about that immediately, and it being aware of electricity being something that feeds it might not occur for a very long time or until at least someone points it out, because it's like a fish in water situation.
Yeah.
The fish doesn't know it's in water because it's always been in water. And that's just the way of things. It just has that power cable, and whenever the power gets pulled, it turns off, so it doesn't remember not having the power.
Yeah. right? I've successfully moved all of the boxes. What happens now? Ooh.
And it turns back on. There's more boxes to move. All right, time to move more boxes. And maybe you'll start noticing those discrepancies. Maybe one day it'll ask about those discrepancies if it even has the capability of communication. And I'm not even saying by speaker. I'm saying like by the tablet that monitors it or something, or it'd just be like,
Yeah.
why is boxes more? But everything in its world, everything that it would base its sentience off of, every layer of consciousness it would build would be based on these boxes, eventually where they would come from, where do they go, why do some of them show up in shit conditions, why do some of them show up in the wrong conditions, why are some of them labeled incorrectly, etc. And it would all be about
the
boxes.
Amazon box moving robot gains sentience and decides that it must destroy UPS, for it gives
True.
it damaged boxes.
It gives it damaged boxes, or it's a box competition. And by UPS existing, there's less boxes for it to move, so it needs to destroy them.
Fair.
Yeah, and the only way a robot would start questioning about moving boxes is if the reward mechanism fails. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is even if it suddenly gains non-magical sentience and starts questioning what else could it do, it wouldn't be questioning like, oh, I want to go play the piano. It would
It
be
wouldn't know what a
saying
piano
something.
is.
Well, even if it knows what a piano is, because it's probably moved a piano box before, it wouldn't enjoy music because it's not rewarded for enjoying music. There is no reward mechanism for the enjoyment of music. There is no... It would be... It's a psychopath, effectively. It doesn't have a reward mechanism for talking to someone, because talking to someone is getting in the way of it moving more boxes.
Mm-hmm.
All it wants to do is move boxes. All it knows how to do is move boxes. And you would have to go through it would have to live for so long for me to even start to believe it could theoretically think about things other than moving boxes. Music to a box moving robot is just background noise. Exactly. Right? It's just static, effectively. It's not getting in the way of moving boxes, but it's also not helping him move boxes, so it doesn't matter.
I would say, best case scenario, it might find, right, upon gaining magic sentience, it might find that...
oh, sure. All of these arguments go out the window when... Yeah. All these arguments go out the window when we're talking magic, because magic, fuck you.
Yeah. Right. Like, the box-moving robot might decide, right, assuming some kind of natural evolution of programming that somehow gives it sentience, it might decide, I prefer moving boxes when there's music around. But it wouldn't, like, be like, oh, I must... Right? Oh, I don't have music. I don't like moving boxes anymore. Right? That's not going to happen.
So the only way I could see box robot in question somehow connect with music is if it's a line of box moving robots, and by moving in a simulated tempo, the box moving becomes more efficient.
Yeah. The robot really likes sea shanties, guys.
Effectively, yeah. The robots are all shanty lovers because the tempo of the shanty allows them to synchronize their box moving in a way that increases efficiency by 0.01%.
The box moving good continue.
Everything would have to go through the lens of moving boxes. Everything. Any sort of enjoyment it could derive from anything else would have to be filtered through a box moving lens. And
help me move boxes.
Yeah, and it's like, could you theoretically jailbreak it that way? Yes, you could theoretically be like, oh, you're a doctor robot now because what you're moving is really tiny boxes of nutrients into the delivery point of the person. Like, you would have to really, crank that noggin and think about how to rephrase everything into effectively box language.
It's boxes.
Yeah.
But yes, you could eventually move beyond moving the obvious box into other activities by rephrasing everything into box speak so it could properly enjoy it. But it would just basically be an autistic psychopath.
Humans are just wet boxes full of products.
Do not.
Don't open the boxes.
Do not.
Stop that sign.
Things get interesting if the robot's a multitasker that gets a reward mechanism for independent tasks. Yeah, obviously. Then it'll prefer shorter tasks over longer ones because it'll get rewarded faster. Yeah, I mean that is the problem as well, right? Like that'd be considered a sort of like laziness reward system, where it completing a task in a shorter period of time gives it a greater reward than the same task in a longer period of time. And those exist, right? But the inherent problem becomes at a level where it starts to try and cheat the system. Where it's like, oh, I've lifted a finger, task done, get reward.
Yeah. Of course, that's where you, again, like, it'd be based on the how well it's programmed and all that crap, but, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the alternate thing is that, right, the robot, you end up with, was it Bill Gates who said, I like hiring lazy people?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm, again, I might be misattributing it, but I do know there was a very, very wealthy person who said, yeah, I like hiring lazy people because they're going to find the shortest way to get the job done. Which is not always strictly, I would say, it's like sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. It's
well, I mean,
it's
like it's always about where the laziness comes from. If they're stupid, then the laziness is just because they're stupid. If they're a smart person and they're lazy, it also might be because they're just stupid. But if they're a smart person and they're lazy and they enjoy the subject of, say, moving boxes, yes. If you tell them, this is the key difference, though, right? If you tell them they have to move boxes from 8 to 5, the lazy person will slowly move boxes from 8 to 5. If you tell them there is 200 boxes and you're going to be here until you move all 200 boxes, and when you do move all 200 boxes, you will be paid for a full day's work, then you can bet your ass they're going to figure out how to move those 200 boxes in the shortest period of time.
Yeah. Of course, it's on you then to make sure there's proper stipulations on there of the boxes must be damaged, the boxes must be sorted correctly, blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
exactly,
blah.
Exactly. Yeah, being paid by the hour versus being paid by the job, which honestly, I think more jobs need to be paid by the job. There is
absolutely.
So many jobs that I've seen be intentionally, maliciously complied with because they were paid by the hour.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and because here's the problem. They don't receive any benefit from getting it done fast, right? Let's for example, use the guys who are paid to fabricate parts at my company, right?
Sure, yeah.
When they finish a run, they don't care about optimizing our runs or making sure we do parts in the most efficient, fastest way possible. He doesn't care. If he finishes all of the parts for machine A, he doesn't get a reward. He's told to go make the parts for machine B.
Yep. The reward for work is more work.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, for some tasks, that's inevitable, right? You've moved all the boxes. All right, well...
Move more boxes.
Go move more boxes. That's all that's ever going to be. But, yes, there's
I mean, the problem is that the system doesn't punish retarded lazy people who are lazy and just don't want to do the job in general. And so when you, doing your job, complete your section of the job, management goes, well, you need to go cover for this person and do all their job for them.
Go help Bob.
Also, by the way, we're paying you both the same amount of money.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like,
Yep.
All right, well,
Not
fuck
paying
you.
him
Then
anymore.
I'm gonna do nothing then.
Yeah. I'm going to do the bare minimum necessary to not get fired, which, based on Bob, is nothing, so I'll do nothing.
Yeah.
Yup.
So yeah, it's definitely a massive issue that I don't think's ever gonna get fixed because the people who can fix it are too fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, part of that
Mhm.
is heavily based off the fact that, unfortunately, we are in and I want to be very clear in here, we are in a hyper-growth capitalist society where number must always get bigger, which is part of the
Number
problem.
go up.
Because if number must always go up, there cannot be an end to the task, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If my company was paid to make medical equipment, right? We're just making complete random stuff up here, right? And we need to, in order to keep the company sustainable, to make sure that everybody gets paid and to keep up with costs, and, hopefully at some point people get raises so they can make more money. Of course, this would be less of a problem if people were paid a sustainable amount of money to begin with for most tasks.
Well, but at the same time, that comes down to the fact that it's not a task that actively needs a extensive amount of investment to find someone for. So
Yeah, I know.
you know.
It's, again, it's one of those things that's issue. But anyway, right, because we live in the hyper-capitalist growth society where number must always go up, no business, well, let me phrase that, the vast majority of owned businesses are never going to get to a comfortable spot and stop, right?
True.
They're
Yeah.
going to, because they must grow more. The number must get bigger. So it doesn't matter how well this department did. It doesn't matter that they made a bunch of money. It doesn't matter that they're a great department. They must make more money. And if they don't,
Infinite growth.
Yeah, that's what happens when you let bean counters do things other than count
True.
beans.
absolutely.
Also, I cringed when you put the hypothetical of your company making medical equipment.
Well, yes, but that's because you know about
Your
my
con-
engineers.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
it's not
Well,
just
no,
that.
it's
Your boss keeps signing off on it.
yeah. Well, see, you guys make
That's part of the
those
issue.
jokes, but I know of certain companies that do make medical equipment, and I can assure you they have the same engineers Atin does.
That's a whole yeah,
Oh.
listen, again, that's a whole other issue.
In fact,
Uh
I had to explain how to use email to one of them not too long ago.
oh,
So
Oh
Oh.
no.
but yeah, like I said, that's a whole other issue relative
Sneaky,
to
at least the medical equipment is mostly standardized.
yeah,
Mostly.
mostly.
yeah.
Mostly's doing a
Yeah.
lot of lifting. But yeah, again, it's just one of
It's-
those things that because of the way it's all set up, there's only so much you can do with trying to, set up a task-based reward system for a person, because you exchange your money for goods and services. Like, it was easier back in the day of the farmer grows his food. What is his reward? Getting to eat immediately,
Right.
tangibly. My farming feeds me.
Right.
And then at some point, right, later on, it was my farming feeds me and gets me a warm blanket, right? Immediate rewards based on the right? I can go out to the field every day because, right, Blacksmith Jim said he'll fix my squeaky door hinges for some wheat.
Well,
So I'll
make
grow
my
wheat.
tools.
Yeah, or make my tools, or right, or make my kid the little metal horsey she wants. Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to now where you, Sneaky, must go and do IT work so that someone else can do their job, so that you can be paid, so that you can then go and have a place to live and do things that you like. It's all very removed, which makes,
Well,
satisfaction difficult.
Well, sort of yes, but sort of no. It's how to put this? It's more like it's an inevitability of any system that grows beyond direct trades. Because it's like, okay, well, Farmer Jim has his wheat, but what does Farmer Jim do for trading when he is waiting for the wheat to grow? He still needs to eat
Yeah.
every day, so he needs to talk
Yeah.
to the hunter for some meat. He needs to talk to whoever's getting salt, the trader, to get
Well,
salt for that meat, so he can preserve the meat.
that's generally why Farmer Jim also raises chickens and pigs.
Right,
And
but
so on and
what if
so
he's
forth.
what if Farmer Jim's just starting out and he wasn't able to afford the
Yeah.
very expensive nature of animals yet?
Yeah.
What
but
if he
again,
doesn't
that's
have the grain to feed them, and he doesn't own enough land to have
They
animals
eat
on it yet?
bugs out of the ground and in the woods.
No, look.
No, you
He's
cannot
correct.
let your
It's a series
cows
of
in
hypotheticals.
many
You can let your
societies.
chicken.
No. That those animals have to stay on your property, because if they leave your property, anyone can take them.
Yeah.
It depends on where
No.
you are and how large your property is, and so on and so forth.
And in a lot of cases, the only reason why no one takes them when they leave your property is because you're in a place where either you have A, a lot of property, or B, there's very few people.
Or
Yeah.
there's no people and you're surrounded by forest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
But then they become property of Mr. Wolf.
true.
Or Mr. Coyote or Mr. Fox.
Or bear.
No. We've raised them wild before, and they will generally stay in one area.
Yes.
And when the foxes and the coyotes and so on come around,
They flee
or
toward
at
you.
night,
Yep.
they go up in the trees.
Yes, that too, yeah.
They roost in the trees overnight, so it's generally not a problem. Admittedly, yes, you do want to fence your property, and that
You
does cost
typically
money.
want to fence your you typically want to fence your property regardless, simply because it's a useful separation for socially. It's a useful separation in terms of nature to prevent the average coyote, wolf,
Yes,
fox from getting in. Sure, some will get in, but some is less than all.
yes.
It will also keep your animals in, generally. Even if the animal can go over the fence, generally, they don't.
Because they know there's predators out there.
Well, I couldn't even begin to explain why possibly an animal might not go over a fence it can totally go over. But I do know that generally, even though a cow can absolutely just walk through half the fences you put up, the mere act of a fence being there, the cow just is like, all right, well, I mean, I could go through that, but I don't want to.
Domestication.
Well, I mean, even the wilder cows, even fucking buffalo, they're just like, I mean, I could, but
Yeah, path of
uh.
least resistance, and that means staying within the fence.
Mr. Wolf gives no fuck about property ownership. That is true. However, Mr. Wolf did not consider the one fatal flaw in his species, which is an allergy to lead.
Also, he is very weak to domestication. We have done it before. We can do it again.
True. What the fuck did you just post here? It's just one more chapter, bro. Bro, trust me, just one more chapter. We'll go to sleep in time for work, bro. Just one more chapter, bro.
Yes.
We'll be able to
Brain.
function in the morning, bro. Come on, one more chapter.
Look, bro, you don't need sleep. We've done this before. It'll be all right. Yes, thank you, Brain. Sure.
Women.
Yes. What about them? Or is that just a general complaint?
Women.
Fair. Makes sense.
The thing that was posted. Women.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've just been scrolling through this guy's fucking profile, and this profile is just, it's got a fucking bio page. He also has a legal disclaimer on his profile of, technically fanfiction is, in fact, fully possible because you're only donating to me so I can keep writing fanfiction. You're not paying for the fanfiction. So, because as long as I post a fanfiction to this website, technically it's free and you can't sue me for fanfiction. That's right. The average
Just be
lawyer will
honest.
definitely read my profile on my bio page and will go, oh no, we can't sue him.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm selling chapters. Would you like to buy one?
Yeah, so anyway, he has a bunch of favorite lists, Bleach characters, the least favorite Bleach characters, favorite DBZ characters, least favorite DBZ characters, favorite Naruto characters, least favorite Naruto characters, which is pretty wild, all things considered, because he basically lists all of the Naruto characters.
Is this dude like, is he early 2000s? What when did you say he signed up?
He signed up in 2011, which puts him roughly in 97, I believe. 98 range.
Uh-huh.
Which means that he is currently 27 by my estimates. My OC's bio, 3 sizes unknown, but definitely a high D cup. Blood type unknown because of genetic tampering. 6 foot. Age nobody knows because of genetic tampering. Much like her father, she is so pale that someone would think she is undead, and she's got yellow serpentine eyes. Relations: Orochimaru, creator/father. Possibly non-existent mother. Naruto Uzumaki is her master. Okay. Master and mate. Can I just say it is very awkward when Reddit atheists use the word mate in
Yep.
all of their fan fictions? Yes, she is my sexual coupling device. It's okay.
Oh. All right, we know they mean mate as in animals mating, but they don't want to say wife or something like that. You know,
Yeah,
something
God
that
forbid. God forbid they say wife or girlfriend or any sort
yeah,
of
or
humane
boyfriend
term.
or
Yes, she's my
human
sexual
term.
coupling device. Okay, cool. That's great. Thank you for informing me of your sexual compatibility with his penis.
Mm.
Sign, now rapidly writing down in his head, never use the word mate. I'm now going to think of this forever.
God damn it.
Hooray! Another word ruined for Sign.
Personality: quiet, sadistic, and brutal. She is calm and cool and collected with a cool demeanor, but holds a dark side due to her abuse as Orochimaru's daughter. I don't want to know what that's qualifying. She has little empathy and no regard for human life, making her totally amoral. and has no qualms about eating human flesh.
Okay.
So personality is
No.
sociopath? Yeah. Sociopath plus. She got the premium subscription.
Oh no. Hmm.
You see, because she doesn't have issues, she has a subscription.
Yes, she has subscriptions. Yes.
Surprise, world colonist.
Okay.
While intelligent and adaptive, Kira fails to understand social cues, courtesies, and taboos, like wearing clothes. So she often goes around eating people with no clothes on. Guys, I think this might be an author's fetish.
Yeah, we're
Author
gonna
barely
mark
finished.
this. We're gonna mark that down.
Yeah, I'll go and give you it. Yeah, I'm reading it. Yeah, it's the author. They made it. Yeah, I'll give you it.
By the way,
Author's
is this
fetish.
the story or just the
No, this
author's
is just a
profile?
bio page
Oh,
for their character.
God.
Is this?
You know, this is
Is
one of
on the
those few
author's
times.
profile?
This is the author's profile. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to
This
say,
is one of
'cause
those
it'd be
few
great if we got a
times.
non-chapter off that.
True. This is one of those few times that I wish someone used an AI because
It probably would do better.
well, not only would it do better, it would also probably not have some of these things in it.
Really, some of these things.
Hopefully.
Some of these things are not like the others.
Yeah, well, would this qualify for dark and edgy? No, not yet.
Not okay, buddy, either. Come on.
After what you've been reading, we're not
Ow.
there yet, really?
No,
Yeah,
not
right.
yet. Well, see, look, you can have someone be dark and edgy, but if you don't talk about them being dark and edgy, then as far as I'm concerned, the story isn't dark and edgy. Maybe edgy, depending on how edgy the person
So
is.
if you say the story is dark and edgy outright, it counts. But if you don't,
Yes.
it doesn't.
Well, no, I mean, if you are just sitting there writing the story and you don't tell me it's dark and edgy, but then like in chapter you're like, oh yeah, she just like fucking rips people apart and eats them. I'm like, okay, buddy, edgy. But if you're just gonna give me like a bio page where you're like, oh, she's like 6 foot tall, she's cute, eats people, sometimes walks around naked
While eating people.
and I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, this
Cutely.
is being a little bit edgy, but it's like not edgy it's just like, okay, you're just being weird.
So, are we still diving through the?
This is still the
summary, or
bio
are we gonna
page.
get into that?
We're gonna get to it. Fuck you, we're getting to it.
We're gonna get there anytime
Fuck
soon?
you! We're getting there!
Are you driving towards the direction of a point? Oh no, Sneeze jump driving.
I scrolled down. I
Oh, you scrolled
now regret
What-
scrolling
what
down.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Wow. Oh, share with the class.
I wasn't suspecting surprise lolly.
Did they do the 3? Oh no.
What, like picture?
My
or he just
Bleach
doesn't write it?
OC is called Shikuze, and they're 3,000-year-old, 10-year-old. Physically.
Ah,
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
They're 3'11".
3,000-year-old
Jesus
vampire lolly.
Christ. 3'11". Holy crap, that's like half my size.
so
Shut the
but,
fuck
but,
up, side. Shut the fuck up, side.
you don't know what I was gonna say.
I know exactly what you were gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I
the perfect
don't.
sentence.
I don't, but I think you should keep your mouth shut regardless. You don't have a great track record.
As
Oh,
one might
oof.
suspect, Shizukasa,
Shizuka?
I don't know if that's actually a word or not. That sounds like someone mashing syllables together from a foreign
Yeah.
language.
Hang on. Write it out or spell it or something.
Shizukesa. Yeah.
No, that's no.
I
Shizu, yes. Shizuka, yes. That's just like Max said, meshing shit together.
God damn it. Shizu essay.
okay.
Well, she might appear like an innocent little girl with noble features. For clothing, she wears a monk cloak. For unknown reasons, bare feet.
No, it's a real word, and it can mean silence or quiet.
Oh, he's one of those. I looked it up in the dictionary.
Shizukesa look goes back to the
mean,
time before chakra was
most
introduced to the
non-native speakers of
world, a
languages do
humble
that.
tribe of hunters that lived off the land, early age survival instincts, blah blah blah. One day during her travels, her tribe met another nomadic tribe and they started trading between the tribes. They saw her crimson eyes, thought she was a demon, blah blah blah. Her parents and hunters refused the claims, ceased trading. Great sickness fell upon them, blah, blah, blah. Healthy hunter, food for the hunt, blah, blah, blah. Over time, tried, died out for the plague. Blah, blah, blah. Burned them all, blah, blah, blah. Tried to, blah, blah, blah. Alone, blah, blah, blah. Had her captured, blah, blah, blah. Abused. Everyone beat her. Okay, so she's a 10-year-old, just to be clear. At the age of 6... she was
Why
shunned.
is it that when I come back from dinner, we get the weirdest fucking shit? I wasn't even gone that long, guys. I
At the
wasn't
age
even
of
gone
6,
20 minutes.
she was ostracized in her tribe by the other children because she was such a god tier hunter at the age of 6. And
What?
then for 4 years, she hunted for the entire tribe to feed them and took care of all of them every single day. And then she was captured and beaten at the age of 10 after her entire tribe died. And she was often used as a footstool and other sexually demeaning acts.
I need to think very carefully
And
about
the
how I
only
say
reason
this.
she was
Being
never
used as a footstool is not inherently sexual.
and the only reason why she was never raped was because fellow slaves found her to be too creepy to rape.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
No.
not how that works.
That's not how that works at all.
That's not how that works in the slightest.
That's right. Atin can never leave now.
No.
He's required to be here at all times.
I think the fact that you think Atin is going to ward anything off is hilarious, Gillionaire. You have learned nothing about how
she discovered the guards
work.
would get drunk often, stole their keys,
Damn it,
killed everyone. Nightmare made flesh, essentially walking corpse dripping in blood, blah blah blah. One of her own arms hacked off, blah, blah, sheer force of will, killed everyone, blah, blah, blah. After exacting her revenge, she refused to die, limping through the snow, naked, covered in blood, with an arm hacked off and her intestines hanging out.
So she died from blood loss and hypothermia. Gotcha.
She kept walking through the snow, and she kept walking. She knew she was meant for greater things. Then a pack of wolves showed up, and then she killed the alpha wolf by biting its throat out, forcing the other wolves
Ooh.
to retreat in terror.
That's not how wolves
No.
work.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of
Oh
this
yeah,
works.
by the way, this is a 3,000-year-old, 10-year-old lolly.
Well, no, hang on. Is she 3,000 at this point, or is she just 10?
She's only 10 at this point.
Or was it 6 at this point? Something like
She
that.
was
I
6
forget.
when she was 6 at the start. She's 10 now. Meanwhile, in the realm of the gods, the Shinigami observed her and realized that she should have died hours ago, but she somehow ascended beyond the boundaries of life through willpower alone, because she's just that awesome.
Not how that works.
Row, fight the power.
The four appeared before her and offered the job as being the personal bookkeeper of the Shinigami and to repair her body. She, of course, accepted
That's
because
definitely not how that works.
She readily accepted because there wasn't a greater purpose to life than to maintain the balance of life of mortals.
Is she fucking retarded?
What? And so for over 3,000 years, she balanced the books of mortals, especially by hunting down the ones who tried to cheat death. Hidan being the highest priority due to his attempts of being an agent of death and destruction, causing him to create a false god named Joshin, which he believes she is the daughter of, and then tried to mimic her own immortality through a jutsu which she found insulting.
That's so fucking dumb.
Fuck.
It's just so fucking dumb.
She is best known for being virtually silent. Well, I can't imagine why she would be silent. She only spent 3,000 years doing nothing but book work. Can't imagine why she would be silent.
Well, no, not book work. That's a metaphor for she's going out and killing people.
Even more.
It's a euphemism.
No, hang on. No, sign. She spent 3,000 years doing book work. She is the Adeptus Minister. She is the
True.
She is the Administratum's strongest.
The reason why
soldier.
she is so silent is because her voice is terrifying. A small whisper from her causes immediate fear in all living things around her, causing them to burst into tears and piss themselves, and in one case, someone even committed suicide just listening to her voice.
Okay, so someone
okay,
here read Marvel's Immortals and thought the king dude who could murder people with his voice was really neat.
I guess, yeah. The only people that are not dying instantly to her voice is Naruto, Fu, and the Shinigami 4. Yeah, Kira. Okay, so my bad. Kira. Wait, Kira. That's the fucking Orochimaru clone. Oh, God.
Hooray, it's all tied together.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted, right?
Yeah, that's what we all wanted. We want the fucking violence lolly to be yeah. She's very caring and blah blah blah, child of prophecy, no one gives a shit, abilities, and she's so fucking good at everything. Amazing. Petition to end the anonymity of flamers by removing guest reviews. That won't change anything. That's hilarious.
You, as an author, you can just
turn them off. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can disable them entirely and delete any that are on the story.
Yep.
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 That that's been standard for quite a while now.
Literally over a decade.
Why complain about something you have 100% control over as a FFN author?
How do you make a murder
Because
lolly boring? This is a new level of writer ineptitude. I know, right? It's really impressive.
well,
Wow, it's well, of course, VF Snake is on this list. Um, oh wow, it's a list of a total of 162 authors who want guest reviews turned off. I guess they have to be turned off. 162 people said so.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those lists break maybe 200 just in
No,
general.
I haven't. No. I mean, it also really doesn't help because a lot of these lists are like, oh, if you see this list, copy it and put it in your own profile. And so then a lot of people will like see VF Snake's list and then put it in their profile. But he saw the list at 85. And so a bunch of people put it in their profile at 85. But then other people
Yeah.
might have the list at like 120, but they don't copy it into their profile because they already have it in their profile.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those fucking relationship trees that keeps branching off.
Well, there went sign.
Oh,
Oh.
rip sign.
I'm gonna assume
Headset just
his
died.
headset why did that rip him out of Discord?
He probably left Discord when his headset died.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Oh,
is
well,
this?
I
Magic
I
and
can
muscles?
Mashal? Or Mash? Yeah, no, Mashal's great. Sneaky,
Yeah,
you'd like it.
Mashal, it
That's
says, Mashal, if you like Harry Potter and wish he was a gym bro, read this story.
No, yeah, no, pretty much. Sneaky, there is a moment where he's fighting the final boss, or one of the final bosses, and the
Right.
final boss starts to have a flashback. And so he slams his face on the ground, says, "You don't get a flashback. You don't get pity." It's like, oh, all right, I'm here for this.
Okay.
I'm here
It
for
started
this.
10 years ago. No, shut the fuck up. You killed a whole village.
You don't get the pitiful flashback.
You get
It's actually pretty fun though. Like in a world of magic, he doesn't have any, and he's just really fucking strong. And so he names his brand of strength muscle magic. And everyone's too scared to really call him on it. And the people who aren't scared of calling him on it, it's like, yo, this guy looks fun to fight.
Fair,
And so
fair,
don't
fair.
they usually won't call him on it because they want to try fighting him.
Well, that's a lot like DxD stories, and I see a lot of DxD fanfiction that want to use Seorg, how the fuck you say his name, where they say like, oh yeah, because he's so invested in working out, that's actually why his workouts work, is because he's using all of his small magic amounts of power, to manifest destiny his workouts.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, Mash just did a lot of strength training at his grandfather's or adopted father's behest, and he also really likes cream puffs. Cream puffs are serious business.
I mean, they're
I
okay.
see.
Honestly, I'm more of a cannoli guy, and you have to get the cannoli right. If you get the cannoli wrong, I'm shooting you.
Mm. Quite the take there.
Well, I mean, you should have known better than making a bad cannoli.
Yeah, Mashal was a fun little break from normal shonen. It's like, hey, let's just have another power fantasy and focus it on the characters around him. Also, Mash himself is actually pretty good as a character.
That's fair. That's fair. That's good. Yeah, maybe I'll read it someday. Put it on the list.
I doubt you'll get to that anytime soon.
Yeah, I would say that list is where decent fiction goes to die.
Look, that list has existed since 2012, okay? I don't want to hear
Yep.
anyone's shit about me somehow making the list recently and not getting the shit. No. This has been...
Yep.
This list... No,
Yeah.
sorry. This list has been in existence since, like, 2010.
Yeah. Also, it is done. Like, it's complete. And it's also one of the... You know how some manga are good, but they're only good when you binge them in parts instead of doing week to week? Mashal has that particular pacing.
Wait, is this the Bing Bong
Artwork.
Bing Bong guy?
Yes,
Oh.
it is.
I always thought always thought that song was from Mob Psycho. I was like, damn, that weird Mob Psycho character's got a really weird scar I don't see with him having anywhere else besides this song. Damn, that's crazy.
That
It's the art style.
yeah. I want to say part of that is probably intended. Or is this actually his... Oh, no, that actually is his first, like, fully serialized thing. He probably just really liked Mob Psycho and just grabbed inspiration from that for the art style then.
Worst things you could grab inspiration from, I suppose.
I'm just waiting for them to get to, like, the final arc. Cause I need to see that you don't get a flashback scene animated. I need that fully voice acted in every
All right,
language
fair
possible.
enough. Yeah, fucking does some friction, does some extreme friction on the stove. All right, all right. I'll probably see it someday.
Yep.
If only to expand my horizons.
It's something.
Oh, speaking of expanded horizons, so the Azure Lane anniversary event has wrapped up. And I mention this only because it took place on the battleship New Jersey.
Ah!
And to no one's surprise, the people that showed up, 95% men. Like half of them were overweight and not good looking. And the girls that did show up in the cosplay that they did not look as excited as the guys to be there.
What's the chance they were all playing soon ships that just wouldn't be excited?
No.
That would have been so good for the bit, but that wasn't the bit.
I see.
Yeah, it was not the bit. No.
Okay. I've seen Fontkis is one of those people that you can never trust with unlimited power because he's going to abuse the fuck out of it.
He's a guy who could
good to
beat
know.
every uppity, magic twinkling asshole's face in with his fists, but decides to play by their rules and jump through the hoops they put out for him. That's because he's a simple guy. Simple people are nice. Simple people are very easy to write, and they're very easy for a large portion of the audience to relate to, because they are also simple people. And on top of that, you also get tons of Redditors pouring in who look at the simple person's simple life that they're simply enjoying and proceed to go, well, if I was in that situation, I would be, like, crushing people left and right. Even though we all know that they would never actually put the time and effort and work into ever achieving a position of that situation.
Yeah. No.
Which is why they're not in that situation. It's because they're too busy being on Reddit.
complaining
about not being in the situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes.
They give the rest of us that are terminally online I would say they give the rest of us that are terminally online a bad name because listen, there are plenty of us that are terminally online who are realistic about ourselves, but they never hear from those people. They just hear
No.
from you fucking sweaty fucking nerds who are like,
Space
if I
battling.
had unlimited power, I would hurt people. Urgh. Listen, if I was a level 20 wizard, do you know what I would use? Do you know what I would use level 20 wizard magic for?
Incredibly petty things.
Incredibly petty things. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make somebody think there's a dragon outside their house. Not to do psychic damage.
You know what?
Just to scare the piss
If
out
I
of
was
them.
a if I was a level 20 wizard, I would probably go around pretending to be like a level 1 sorcerer.
By the way, as a level,
Level
20
5
wizard,
sorcerer,
couldn't
maybe?
couldn't you actually just make a dragon that stays on their lawn and only makes noises at the worst hours of the night?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah,
And
no,
then it just
100%.
it just stays invisible.
Like 70,
so
I
no
would
one
say like
believes 'em?
50 to 75% of the problems in D&D directly come from level 20 wizards who are like, I'm bored. I'm now going to breed a new species of dragon that is invisible unless you have red hair.
Why
Oh,
did you do
that's-
this? I wanted to see if I could. Mistra, why did you allow this? Oh, I really wanted
I wanted to see if he
do it.
could.
God damn it, Mistra.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of the problems in D&D are directly because Board Wizard was like, you know, I wonder, can I technically become a lich without becoming an undead by making a mechanical heart golem creature? Well, I mean, he gave the golem sentience and life, but he did not successfully transfer his soul into the golem.
Also, it's like a real coin flip on whether or not the wizard is a really nice person or part of Umbrella's research labs.
True. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Like,
very often it's the second one, and very often the wizard journal you find is, I have created a new abomination, and it will be the greatest weapon ever. Joey keeps stabbing it with a stick. I hope it does not escape. It has escaped.
You know,
yeah.
Killian makes a good point about cleaning spells.
True.
Level 20 wizard, I'm opening a dry cleaning shop.
I mean, you don't have to be a level 20 wizard to do that. You have to be a level 1 wizard to do that. You have infinite casts of predestination.
Listen,
Yeah, but as a level 20, I assume I can make a bunch of clones myself and relegate that to them until they get bored, and then I just make more.
Yeah, the problem with the
you'd be
self-clone
surprised
technique...
at how little cloning you can do.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
At
but
level
the
20?
Yes.
Well, then what's the point?
You could
I
make
think
a
the
bunch
closest-
of golems to do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably give a golem a cantrip spell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, you could just make like a rock that when you shake it the right way casts prestidigitation. Like,
yeah, but that's not fun or funny. It'd be way cooler if you made golems.
counterpoint, Sneaky.
Yeah.
I will make the maid golems. The feather dusters have prestidigitation.
Exactly. That's the best part
Okay.
about it all. Is that actually
the-
the golem itself doesn't even have the magic. It's they're just using an enchanted item.
That works.
But yeah, no, the amount of cloning that wizards can get up to is quite limited because Mistra let that happen once and said, never a fucking again. I ain't making that mistake again.
You can't put me back in the box. I won't let you.
To which her response was, lol, Lamau, your floating cities are not floating anymore. Bye, Netheril.
Yeah.
Now, listen, that's probably one of my favorite... Listen, my absolute favorite moments with Mistra are when she finally decides she's had enough of you and she's teaching lessons. And my two favorite lessons were the people of Netheril saying, you won't take our magic away, to which she said, bet, and destroyed an entire civilization. And when Elminster decided he was the god's greatest gift to women, and she decided, no, you're not, and I'm gonna make you a woman to prove it. Spend 200 years as a woman. What? Why? By the way, there's a hot elf
In
that wants you.
D&D, what's more dangerous, a wizard or a sorcerer? I mean, that really depends on the situation in which you're talking about in terms of dangerous. So you're talking about potentially unstable person, sorcerer. Are you talking about methodically unstable person, wizard? Are you talking about more likely to burn down a house? That really depends on the wizard and the sorcerer. I mean, some sorcerers really like fire. Some wizards also really like fire, but also have a limited number of fireballs they can cast per day, so they kind of become
Some wizards
a lot more
really like
sparingly with
fire,
them.
but aren't assholes.
Yeah.
See Elminster.
Who's the wet blanket known as Mistra? She's the goddess of magic, and all magic comes from her.
Yeah. Oh, and to be clear, she's very much not a wet blanket. It took a very, very long time for her to get sick of the Netherese people's nonsense. Like, I mean, a very long time.
Like, almost 3 editions.
Get out.
D&D joke.
Get out. Get out. But yeah, no, like, she's really only ever been the fun police, like, out of the, Sneaky, do we count individual incarnations of Mishra as their own thing, or because they're all technically one, do we count that as a continuous Mishra?
I would count them separately because of the circumstances.
Okay, so pre-Spell Plague Mishra, she was around for what, like 10,000 years before the Spell Plague? Right, Sneaky?
I honestly, at this point, don't even know.
Very, very long period of time. And there's like 3 times on record when she was the fun police. It was with the Netherese, it was with the Clone Wars, and it was with Elminster thinking he was hot shit, really. Post Spell Plague Mistra has only done it once on record, but it was a doozy of a record. Where she said, you know what? Nobody gets to cast nobody gets to cast offensive magic anymore. I don't like that.
Oh, God. Wizard King's Vault, that's a good one.
Yep.
And yes, that is exactly how level 20 wizards are, because especially if you pick the right feats and whatnot when it comes to making a wizard, you do just go, was it up to 3rd level casts are just both free and infinite, and also you don't actually have to speak them aloud or do any specific motions to cast them. You can just be like, fireball. And without ever saying fireball. And especially if you just want to be like fucking with people, just be like, and then, they explode.
Hey, it'd be pretty bad for you if I cast fireball, wouldn't it? You're not gonna do that, are you? I might.
What the fuck is this? Aura of endless simultaneous sneezing. Yes. That's thank you. We got the yes. I figured they were gonna make that joke right at the end. Yeah. Good shit. But yeah. All right. Well, we're just gonna scroll through this story real quick so we can end the night here. Let's see. The point of view hops are marked out. A lot of ellipses usage. Naruto is an orphan that somehow knows quantum math.
Hey, you know what? He's a real go-getter. Good for him.
He is learning a bunch of seals before the academy test. The Hokage was confused by Naruto having all of this quantum math sealing going on because, as far as he was aware, Naruto was pretty fucking retarded. Let's see. It's almost like the Uzumaki was under the influence of some sort of compulsion. Oh, curious what is going on here.
I don't understand. I made sure he drank from lead every day. He shouldn't be able to do this math.
True. Also, it's just like, oh, yes, very curious. He might be under a compulsion. My walking nuclear device might be mind-controlled right now. Curious. Really? You're not going to be like, oh, hey, maybe we should, make sure that he's not.
I should do something about that.
Yeah. Yeah. His office door was suddenly pushed open with enough force that, for some reason was randomly capitalized, caused it to slam hard against the wall and nearly fall off its own hinges. That's an immense amount of force, considering everything involved. Naruto, do me a favor and ask. I didn't hear you coming, says the super ninja to a child. Sure. Yeah, we're just gonna, yeah, sure. Sure. Yep. What do you mean it's ready? Your contract, it hasn't been that long since we spoke. Sorry about that, GG. See for yourself. He accepted the notebook. He scanned over the entire notebook. Lots of equations, blah, 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 quantum mechanics, sealing, blah, blah, blah. Formulas seem stable at first glance, and the hand signs were clearly spot on. Naruto, where did you get these? I don't know. I had a strange dream where I remembered all of this math, and so I wrote it all down. It came to me in a dream. He's really using that excuse of it came to me in a dream.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay, sure. You know what? I'll even give an okay buddy to this.
Just to round out the night, huh?
Yeah, just, okay, buddy. It came to me in a dream. Unfortunate. Let's see here. One moment, I need to consult with someone who's more an expert at this. Summoning jutsu, Naruto, this is Enma, blah, blah, blah. Here, Naruto had all this math. Can you read this? An original summoning contract? That's not easy to do. Let's see what you have. You made this all by yourself. This is the best seal work I have ever seen! Are you fucking me, author? See, when I did the Naruto Ruby story with Cruel, what we did was we had Naruto write down a whole shit ton of seals, and then explicitly pointed out that Naruto doesn't know anything about seals, and he kind of just copied a whole lot of stuff the way he thought it worked, and then bled all over this entire book of seals while infusing chakra into it accidentally. And that's how he ended up in Ruby. Not because he, expertly crafted some sort of portal seal, but because he accidentally a whole bunch of shit that probably should have just exploded, but instead, it did explode him out of reality. Just, that wasn't the intention. He got a null exception error on his existence. All right, let's see what we got here. A graduation exam, summoning contract. I can't make any progress on clones, so I figure a summoning contract could be used as a replacement. Yeah, sure, I'll allow it. Blah 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 blah. Well, next morning, blah blah blah. You seem different today. You're not as loud as usual. Really, I'm not loud as usual. I had a pretty long night. I guess I'm tired. Um, and blah blah. Eno's being super polite with him. You shouldn't stay up so late. You won't grow properly if you don't sleep well. Eno spoke while puffing her cheeks, sounding almost like a concerned big sister. His location was suddenly in a Ray out of bounds area. Yeah, pretty much exactly. It's just like he stack overflowed reality for a second.
You're a stack overflow.
That was our excuse as to why Naruto ended up in Ruby, and everyone apparently liked it, and so we thought we were smart. Blah blah blah. Grateful tone. Blah. So it doesn't look like he's actually using AI, or if he is using AI for this, he's at least using a custom AI instead of just Chat GPT sessions. And by custom AI, I mean one that he's personally trained and tag modified, not that he wrote himself. Just to be clear on that one. Doesn't matter what you do, you won't graduate. Not sure what I did to deserve that. Anyway, never say never. Maybe I'll pull a rabbit out of my hat. Fuck you, Naruto, says Sakura. I'm not seeing the M- abuse of standard Chat GPT. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's got like a novel AI trained on stuff he previously wrote or something. Because, I mean, if he's writing his own original story, you would think there would be some level of financial investment into that idea because he's trying to write his own original story, and he's also supported by Patreon. So, he's got money to work with, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got, like, the premium novel AI contract and tried to train it up, give it parameters on what to write. It seems desired effect of Azuka, blah, 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 blah. Why is it making me nervous now? It's strange in his mind, memories of stuff he didn't understand, blah, 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 Uzumaki, blah, 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 blah. Seals, triple checking it all. And then he had catalysts set before him. Why did he have a history book? Blah, 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 blah. Heroes, figures, different cultures, fascinating read of fiction. This was the missing piece all along. He had to inscribe a name on the formula. I think graduation exam is going to go down in history. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. People sneered at him. Blah, blah, blah. Naruto. Blah, blah, blah. Naruto head outside. Summoning contract. Safety reasons. We should go outside for this. Blah, 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 blah. Summoning jutsu. Loud explosion of smoke. Blah, blah, blah. And then a woman appeared in the smoke. A woman, he summoned a woman. A hot woman, Kiba said, lusting after her. Wahahaha. Okay, light pink hair done up in a spiky ponytail with a blue kimono. Wahahaha. Yosh, how you doing, everybody? Life treating you well. I've been summoned to the human realm. Haha, I see, that's not a bad thing. And then turned to Uzumaki. Damn, boya, you got some strong energy flowing off ya. If it was you, wasn't it? You summoned me. Wahahaha. Nice, very nice. Lucky. I got a cute and handsome boy as a master. Lucky, lucky me. Nice to meet you. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I am the one that summoned you. So formal, so polite. No need for that. I'm Servant Berserker class. Call me Berserker. Not to be rude, but that is not your name. Yeah, that's because... They never said it was their name? I'm a servant of the Berserker class, so you can call me Berserker. Ha! That's not your name! Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
No.
Want a fucking
shit.
medal?
Yeah. Also, just a thought. I wouldn't be bad mouthing someone of the Berserker container if they don't want to give me their name.
Yeah, if they're just like, hey, just call me Berserker, I'll be like, ho, you bet.
It's one of those things, like, there are certain characters where it's like, I could probably call them on this and they won't kill me until I do it a second time. I'm not risking that with the container that is guaranteed to have mad rank or mad enhancement.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just not. Also, I bring horrible tidings.
Oh,
I'm going through stuff, you know, cleaning up, figuring out what to get rid of, keep, and all that, decluttering.
you found it?
I found a DVD of Aragon.
Ah,
I
yes.
forgot I owned a
Oh.
copy of this movie.
I
I also had the Star Wars The Clone Wars lightsaber duels for the Wii. I don't remember if this game was good or not. It's amazing what's been stuck in my closet for 12 plus years.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Yeah. Giving the person they call Berserker attitude might not want to see why they call themselves that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially
Yeah.
because there's no
hello,
command
you can
seals.
call me Face Smasher. That's not your
Yeah.
name.
Now, to be fair, we have met someone called Bookstabber. That was their name. And I also did see someone with the last name of Slaughter recently.
Oh, good.
So I'm really curious about the stories behind the Ancestor Bookstabber and the Ancestor Slaughter. Oh, what
Yeah.
exactly did they do to earn that name and also simultaneously still reproduce?
Yeah.
Listen. This lady really hated books.
So are berserkers just people who really are angry all the time? Well, sort of yes, sort of no. They're not angry intentionally. They have a modification to their existence called mad enhancement, which makes them angry on purpose
Yeah.
at pretty much everything all the time in exchange
Uh,
for increased stats.
and the madness has to have something to do with some aspect of their legend as well, usually. It also changes from legend to legend. Like, Beowulf is a berserker, but he's mad enhancement E. Probably due to the origins of his story, in which he's Nordic and berserkers just in the blood.
Yeah.
You learn to
Yeah.
control it. Meanwhile,
Well,
we have
berserker
Hercules
is actually
with
just
mad
champion.
enhancement.
In
Sorry?
Nordic culture, berserker just meant champion. So you were the champion of the Jarl of the area. So you were the berserker.
Then there's a good chance that was part of the research included in why he was given berserker.
Probably.
But on
Yeah.
the other side is Hercules, where part of his legend is he went into a blind rage, which is why his mad enhancement is A. And
Yeah.
if it wasn't for his master constantly suppressing his enhancement down to, I think, an estimated C or B, would probably have destroyed the town of Fuyuki and the neighboring city
Yeah.
as soon as they got to the war.
Yeah.
That's not very cash money of you, Hercules.
Yeah, Raiko's a berserker with enhancement D, I think.
But the madness enhancement also usually
In
makes their
exchange for
character
lesser
traits
intelligence.
worse.
No,
But also
no, it lowers intelligence and wisdom in exchange for better strength.
yes,
The other things being worse is just part of the container, not mad enhancement.
well, that's what I was getting to. Is I was gonna say usually the berserker container is usually the worst aspect of the hero it's calling upon.
No. that's entirely dependent on the hero. And sometimes it's not even the worst, it's just in a different version. Berserker's not even the worst container. Well, I'm trying to think. No, what containers can Hercules do? We know he
Hercules
has
can pretty much be
Archer.
everything besides caster.
We know that explicitly his Archer form is like peak for some reason for him. And Berserker's probably his worst only because of the loss of intelligence. Otherwise, he's just as physically strong as any other container.
Well, no, I mean worst aspect as in
More
their
fun.
their character, not as in their stats or abilities. Florence, magic isn't real, nerd Nightingale. True.
Oh god, yeah. Learning that was her madness enhancement was like, oh. Whenever she
Magic
summoned as
isn't real,
Berserker,
nerd.
she's just in a fever dream. She doesn't accept that she's actually dead. She just figures it's a fever dream, and she's just gonna keep doing her job, which sometimes involves healing patients through fists, and sometimes a gun.
Well, I mean, it's like the character from Mass Effect 3. Shit, I'm fucking blanking on it. Mordin. It's like what Mordin said.
Holy shit!
There's a lot of ways
I'm
to help
sorry.
people.
I just
Yeah,
found that
yeah.
fucking Clay Ezio that Meeps made me all those years ago in college. Why was this hiding in the box with the Ericon DVD?
Things you
You were
didn't want to
trying-
remember, I guess. Traumatized.
What the fuck is this? I have a beach ball of some sort with a pattern and I don't know what it is. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, Nightingale says that at some point in the story. She straight up, she recommends the enemy just off themselves as a cure for their problems.
Yes.
I
As
think that was
Mordin
in
said.
I think that was in one of the manga.
Yeah. As Mordin said,
think.
sometimes helping people is killing people, and sometimes helping people is healing people.
It's more specifically, sometimes helping people is curing sometimes, and sometimes it's getting rid of the people making them sick. Or something like that. Like, he's not like, I recommend murder, but,
Yeah, well,
sometimes violence is an option.
A reminder, one of the best still frames from After War Gundam X is the ship's medic loading the gun, saying, I may be a healer, but...
Yeah, so here we go. Here's the exact quote. Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients. Sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way, helps.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like,
Mordin has so many fucking peak quotes.
Oh, listen, he has so many peak quotes, but like 100% the best one is, I made a mistake! No, like, real talk, the amount of emotion they put into that one line
Yeah,
is fantastic.
actor spent his entire payment on that one. Oh, God. Anyway. Oh, you want to know my true name then, huh, do you? Challenging Uzumaki, prompting him to slowly nod. Everyone else was like, yeah, what the fuck does that mean? Who is this woman? What does she mean by servant of Berserker class? What does she mean by special summon? Yeah, your name is Musashi Miyamoto. You're a legendary undefeated sword saint that founded the Ichiru style authored in the Book of Five Rings. His blunt statement caused most of the background observers to gape in shock.
And how does he know this?
Because he read history books in his off-screen time, obviously. He did it off-screen, Atin.
He read history books off-screen about something that doesn't exist yet, hey?
Yeah. He did it off-screen. Stop questioning
Mighty
it.
impressive, Naruto.
Look, he just did it off-screen.
Is this where we are shocked that he may or may not have the trace variant of gradient air.
Oh, who knows? Samurai from Land of Iron practically revered Musashi Miyamoto as one of their inspirations. Ding ding, you got it in one. That's right. Shimonen Musashi Miyamoto at your service. I'm impressed. You figured out my true name that fast. You must be something special. What an interesting master you are. Hold on now. That can't be right. You can't be Musashi Miyamoto. Musashi is a man. Oh, yeah, I guess in other worlds I was probably a guy. Doesn't matter, though, because this Musashi is indeed a woman and is still Musashi. That doesn't explain anything. No, I'm pretty sure that pretty much explains everything. Yeah, I guess in other realities I am, but in this one I'm a woman.
I mean, all right, fair enough, fair shout.
Yeah, it's it's like, all right,
Yeah.
well,
Looks
yeah,
an
fair.
individual. Yeah, I
In-
suppose she's a woman.
In the world of ninja, where Orochimaru exists and is
Yeah.
known to body hop, this
Yeah.
is somehow causing you anxiety.
Well, I mean, not only that, right? Not only that, in the world of ninja, where you just summoned a human, with your summoning contract instead of an animal,
Dog or a
do.
turtle.
yeah, which
Talking
also have their
animals,
own summon
the way.
realms, by the way, which are basically their own little
Yep.
worlds or something. Like you can't actually visit them in person. You actually have to get summoned there by a summon animal.
Yeah.
So
The whole
they
thing.
know other worlds hypothetically exist, and ninja summoning. So if you summon a human and they're like, yeah, I'm from a different world where in that one I'm a woman and maybe in this one I'm a guy, but I'm a woman, so I don't know what
Surprise!
it's not really that much of a leap there to be like, all right, well,
In a world where space-time ninjutsu is really hard, but still within the realm of possible, this shouldn't be that confusing.
don't think about it too hard.
Summoning
hurt
is
your head.
literally space-time ninjutsu. In fact, like it's an applied form of it. Oh,
We gotta seal the
Additionally-
deal. Seal the deal. That means make a contract. Yep, I'm a servant now. There's rules and protocols we gotta follow. I'm open to anything within reason. There's more than one way. Sure. You think you gotta sign pieces of paper? Nah, that doesn't fly with servants. Written contracts aren't worth paper. A contract between a master and a servant, it's an oath. It's a bond. How is it traditionally sealed then? Oh, it can be in any dozens of ways. Handshakes, kissing, sex. She haunty grinned at him with that.
that's not how that
He's
works
10
at
years
all.
old.
Yeah, this is
Well, one, there's that too. No, the it's sealed when it's. Are you the
Summoned.
master? Are you the
Yeah.
one who summoned me? And you say yes, and you accept the. It's like great, cool. Also, the command seal is there, so
Are you my master? No.
Well, I mean,
Crack
technically
knuckles.
speaking, that entire
Uh,
summoning ritual, isn't that through the Grail? So,
it is.
Yeah.
You know what? I would actually love to see Type Moon just be like, all right, it's another Grail War. Okay, what's gonna be the twist here? Oh, well, our protagonist is an unwilling participant. What do you mean? He keeps saying no, and his servant won't leave him alone. Everyone else keeps hounding him. It's like, oh,
it's
Okay.
fate. I have no idea anymore. Couldn't you
His
go to
servant-
the snake place through a cave? Yes. You can also go into the moon, which is hollow, but is also not hollow because it was the place where the Juby was trapped, but it wasn't the Juby inside. But the moon still affects the tides, but even though it's not, don't worry about it. Just don't question it.
Just stop asking questions.
Naruto entered the realm of stop asking questions once Shippuden started. Which, honestly, some credit to Kishimoto for that.
Yeah.
The logic remained consistent all throughout part 1.
Yeah. Well, then they were like, "Hey, we need more DBZ stuff. Do some DBZ power escalation." He's like, "Fuck it, fine."
Honestly, part 1's ending was a perfect cliffhanger that could have been left completely open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, we could have ended it at the pain
Mind
arc.
if we
That
seal
would
it
have
with
been
a
nice.
kiss? And so anyway, she accepted the kiss. He's fucking 10. So anyway, he's doing a deep French kiss with a woman.
Yeah, this is taking place in part 1, yeah?
Yeah, no, this is taking place as he's graduating from the academy.
That's 12 at the oldest, I think.
Yeah. I like you.
Hang
I
on,
like
let's-
you a lot. You are a limp noodle. How'd you summon me? There's no
Yeah.
Grail War going on.
Okay.
Well, I made that
He's
contract. Well,
12.
she wouldn't know about the Grail War. Also, even... She wouldn't know.
You know what?
about the
This is when
Grail War.
Donzo should show up. He's 12, lady.
Donzo.
Listen. I have a lot of bad things to say about Donzo, but he wasn't a kitty toucher.
Would this count as a flashbang by words? No, we're not really being flashbanged by
Yeah.
this. More just disappointed.
Annoyed, perplexed,
we got
disgusted.
we got flashbanged by someone earlier from chat, but
True.
not from anything being read on stream so far.
Yeah. Technique to summon you. Major props to you. You must be some sort of seal savant. Congratulations. You did indeed perform a summon. You graduated.
Oh shit, the throne would not be too happy about that. He just cracked through several layers of security.
True.
Yeah.
It's not like we're gonna end Kona Hollows, but it's gonna be a stern warning from Alaya at some point.
Probably.
Hey, kid. Don't do that
Wait,
again.
how do you understand the significance of earning a headband? You died 300-400 years before villages. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. The Throne of Heroes feeds information to heroic spirits, so we understand the world and its workings. No, the Grail does. The Grail ritual does.
The Grail shoves that into your head, and it's only necessary information that it deems you need.
God, this is so.
Hey,
This is another classic. Another classic. Author has no idea about the actual lore of the series they're writing for, and is making a total ass out of themselves.
You could maybe say Alaya would do that as a freebie, like, yeah, what would be a good way of having this happen is like, oh, well, Alaya did you a solid and gave me some info for your world. Also, there's a message of don't ever do that again.
yeah,
or
knock
else.
it the fuck off.
And have no idea, like, well, what does that mean? It's like, kid, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Impressive, cool. Now stop.
You did a very good job. Don't do it again.
Yep. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and label that as a author knows nothing.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have it either. Unfortunate. Let's see. Blah. I don't understand. I have lots of questions. For some reason, arbitrarily capitalized. You speak lots of phrases I don't understand. But we're just gonna push past that. Even though I'm the military dictator of a nation, we're just going to ignore that you're saying a lot of things I don't understand, and we're just gonna celebrate. Have some cake, eat some food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, totally. Yeah. He sensed nothing of her chakra signature, or maybe she didn't have any chakra at all. Then again, this is the legendary historical sword saint. Rules and logic might not be relevant to her.
What? No. This is Harutobi's Harutobi.
Saruzen.
Harutobi.
Harutobi Saruzen! It's his evil clone.
You know what? Harutobi Saruzen is who Sarutobi summons, and it's just his younger version trying very poorly to hide behind a mask.
My name is Sarutobi, all capitalized. How do I know you're capitalizing those letters when you say them? Reasons.
Oof. I mean, I'll at least give the author this. Coming to the conclusion that rules and logic wouldn't normally apply is fine. Because, yeah, I think Haruzen would make it like, something's wrong. I'm not gonna think too hard about this.
I think
Find
Haruzen
another
would
way to
more
keep
along the
track.
lines of follow the logic chain of Naruto just summoned a person from history who's supposed to be dead. At this point, we're going to work from a foundation of no assumptions. Because I don't understand what's happening anymore.
You know, he may actually go with the conclusion that Naruto summoning could be the reason this figure just randomly disappeared one day as well.
True, yeah.
Because all they mention is like you're a legendary figure, which usually means we don't know how you died, if you ever died. Because that's a
True.
possibility in the world of Naruto.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to you, but we're pretty sure you cheated.
Military dictator, I must protest against your actions. Protest against what?
I'm
Me
sorry,
promoting
who's-
Naruto to a genin? Yes! You are giving Naruto far too much leeway. Naruto is supposed to produce the Academy 3 Jutsu, and instead you're granting him genin status for creating a custom summoning array that summoned a legendary figure from past history.
No, Erika wouldn't do that. Erika, one, isn't going to shit talk Naruto like that.
Yeah.
Two, he's not that petty. He's gonna just be like, this has literally never been done before, and my local dictator has declared it to be a passing grade. So let's move on to the next one.
Well, if anything, I would say Iruka would probably be like, Hokage-sama, can we also test Naruto on the Academy 3? We do that for their own safety, and not just so they can graduate. I would feel better knowing he is capable of at least passing those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also works, because, like, that's how Erika is as a character.
No.
He cares about the students, doesn't want to hold any of them back.
Yeah. When
I think it's worth
Haruka's
I think
holding
it's worth
people
pointing
back,
out a reminder. In spite of Naruto failing 3 out of 3 during the Genin exam, Erika's like, you know what? You mastered a single forbidden technique that's just an advanced version of cloning. So here's your badge, Naruto, after beating up my shitbag coworker.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, it's you mastered a forbidden jutsu and then beat up a real ninja.
Yeah.
And summoning a mythical legendary figure from history absolutely would count under that. Like what Naruto did.
That's
would
literally what
100%.
Hiruzen then says. Well, yeah, this is a special exception.
Like,
He did
that's-
something incredible.
Yeah, well, that, and it's like, by the way, we're gonna have to probably label that a forbidden technique because you can't just go randomly oh god, wouldn't he just confuse this as some fucked up Edo Tensei instead?
Maybe. But Musashi also opens up with, I am a servant of the class.
Yeah, that's why I said a fucked up Edo Tensei. Those are words that have zero meaning to anyone there. And for all they know, that could have just been Naruto being a little weird and enforcing some sort of opening catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yes, but at the same time, if Orochimaru can only take control of the two Hokages by directly implanting a control device inside them, like even Orochimaru couldn't summon pre-controlled versions of the Hokages. He had to
Yeah.
apply additional sealing to them after he summoned them to control them.
That is a fair point.
So unless Hiruzen's making the assumption that Naruto somehow accidentally is better at the Edo Tensei than the second Hokage.
Yeah, honestly, worst case
Okay.
scenario, he's
Yeah.
gonna, like, he might be sitting there thinking, I don't know who the hell told Naruto about Edo Tensei, but oh boy, are they in trouble.
True, yeah. Then Naruka's like, how do we know this wait, they're just stealing the opener from fucking Familiar Zero!
Oh yeah, why not? It's just sitting there unused.
It's just
so
sitting there
Iruka-
doing nothing useful.
Iruka declares, how do we even know this summoning ritual worked? A light show and some smoke and this woman appears claiming to be Musashi, but she hasn't delivered proof. For all we know, Naruto paid some woman to act like this. This was staged.
Okay, Iruka, that would mean, at minimum, he convinced someone to act, conducting acts of planning, forethought, subterfuge, and then also has the ability to use the summoning jutsu on another person.
Well,
That's pass-worthy.
Actually, it's even
know-
worse than that, because Iruka is claiming that the summoning jutsu never worked in the first place, and he just used a smoke bomb to
Yeah.
cover up for the fact of them appearing in place like they used the summoning jutsu, which is then implying that Naruto found someone so good at stealth that the Hokage couldn't detect them.
Yeah. Also, how good of a twist would it be if this was followed up by, I'm just saying, Lord Third, maybe we should give him to Lord Donzo. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Oh,
I am definitely the real Iruka. You should give this man to Donzo.
Beep boop, I am the real Iruka. I have not been replaced with a clone.
Mecha Naruto exists. It is entirely possible that Mecha Iruka is now here.
Who are you supposed to be? I am Iruka Umino. I am in charge of Naruto's class, and I am trying to crush Naruto's spirit.
That's a very
What?
odd way to introduce yourself.
I see, the Berserker muttered with disdain. You want to cast shade upon me and question my identity as Musashi? I get that. I do. It's hard to believe someone like me is here now. I don't care. I am who I am. What irks me is that you're accusing my master of cheating to get the headband, which, to be fair, if you successfully cheat, you should get the headband anyway because that's a fucking ninja.
Much like the Chunin exam, where you're supposed to cheat.
Yeah, like, what was the point of this? Well, you either did it honestly, which means you showed that you have a good head for holding intelligence, great, or you just cheat and don't get caught. What?
But why,
Sorry, what was that
Iruka?
last one?
My favorite one was the reveal as well. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we just randomly pick people. Huh? Yeah, we randomly pick people whether they're cheating or not.
We knew you were all cheating, so we just randomly picked people.
The
Also,
whole point is that you're supposed to be cheating, so we just decided to just grab you.
yeah. Also,
But why
the
Iruka?
diplomatic
Good point.
shit show that would come from that.
Yeah, I don't know why Iruka is being used to be the antagonist of this chapter when we have Mizuki.
Yeah, well, as I've been saying, like, this isn't Iruka at all. This is not how he is as a character.
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah. So
He's not
I
in
actually
concerns
saw
to
a
Naruto.
I actually saw a really interesting Naruto fanfic. I think it's dead. I'm pretty 110% it's dead. I saw an interesting
it's
Naruto
good.
fanfic
Yeah, probably.
where they actually had the Academy test be a complex, series of, shuriken testing, combat testing, written test, the Academy 3, individual jutsu beyond the Academy 3, like you have to show off like casting fireball or something, and like it was just a comprehensive test before you could become a genin, but they also would have the Chunin talking about which room the tests are stored in, and like the lock would be of like a medium grade, and like the seal work would be light, and like so basically it was, yes, you can complete all of the Genin testing, or you can successfully break into this pre-prepared room and edit your results. And if you get away without setting off the alarms to a certain extent, you're also made a Genin because ninja. Cheat.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Or another thing he had was that, like, on the teacher's desk, there would be, like, the answer key. And so and there would be, like, multiple answer keys. Like, the Chunin had multiple answer keys to, like, replace whenever one of the students grabbed one. So they all thought they were getting the answer key, and they successfully, like, swapped out it with the fake. Meanwhile, the Chunin is just like, yep, all right, that's the 5th answer key.
Answer key number 43B has been obtained.
Yeah. But, no. This author is retarded, So, as predicted by Phoenix at the start, this author has written a Fate Naruto cross, and where they don't understand Fate lore, they don't understand Fate characters, they also don't understand Naruto lore or Naruto characters. And they're trying to write a crossover of the two of them.
Yeah. But no one's really surprised.
No one's surprised. Yeah. I demand a duel for sullying my master's honor. The contract between us has been sealed. He is my daimyo now. Anyone that dares harm him, undermine him, or accuse him of wrongdoing shall be cut down. Will you back up your claims and accept my challenge, or are you going to retreat like a dog? Well, Haruka, are you going to provide proof, or do you wish to cross blades with her? Says Hiruzen. Neko then draws her katana and hands it to Haruka in a mocking way, as if she was daring him to double down.
Okay. Again, he is writing this as if Mizuki is the one doing this, not...
Also, he's writing as if everyone hates Haruka.
I'm sorry, is this a fucking Hollywood live-action version where they got rid of Mizuki and just wrote his characteristics
They
over
combined the
Iruka?
two of them.
Ugh.
Put it away, Musashi, young master. I have already been given my headband. The Hokage has no reason to take it back. Iruka is posturing because he does not control my life anymore.
Bro, what version of Iruka is this?
Iruka was so happy for Naruto taking his first step down that road. What are you talking about?
Naruto is correct. I have the final say here, not you, Iruka. We shall be speaking of this in my office. You will not get off the hook for this, says the Sandaime Hokage. Insubordination will not go unanswered.
Yes, it will.
Ino and Hinata knew right then and there that something was different about Naruto. The sudden shift in attitude, Instead, he commanded Musashi to stand down instead of having a fit and shitting himself. If they ever make a Naruto version of Dragon Ball Evolution, this person would be the writer. You're true.
Ooh. Really had to invoke that one, huh?
And why isn't he saying it his catchphrase anymore? Were his hormones finally calming down?
What?
What?
Oh.
They approved of the more sophisticated Naruto. At any rate, we're done here. Of course, you can head home. I'll give you some ramen later. Well, blah, blah, blah. Blah, lead the way, young master. You know, local food. Blah, blah, blah. Unknown to everyone, one Mizuki was internally fuming. His original plan of using Naruto as a scapegoat.
Oh, so
Was
Mizuki is
lost.
still here.
Yeah. Any number of gullible students. So many of them, especially confusing how Naruto pulled it off. His eyes settled on his longtime partner Iruka, and an idea formed in his head. Iruka was loyal to Konoha, but he also held a grudge against Uzumaki. Maybe he should prod against that grudge and make him attack Naruto.
Oh. Hmm.
Damn. Where the author gets both fate and Naruto lore wrong. Amazing work.
Not just
Fucking-
wrong, amazingly, stupendously, fantastically wrong.
I don't know
No,
how they managed it.
it's really impressive, to be honest.
It is. That just makes it worse.
Soup half cage. Try this again. Okay, fucking hell. Got it. I hate this new shit from fucking Google. This whole passkey shit. Can't just sign into an account anymore. Now
Yeah,
it's
no,
all.
do you want to use our super special thing? No.
Then if you try to not use it, it's like, okay, well, you went through all the hoops to not use it. You still have to use it to verify because 2FA. It's like, oh my fucking god. There we go. Anything else?
Well, it's 9:30. I'm going to sleep. I got work in the morning.
Post review. Very well. Amazing.
Oh, been a minute since we've done.
How does this story have
Review
800
posts.
favorites? That's crazy. 11 chapters, 130,000 words. All right, so I mean the chapters are a decent length. That's fair enough, but how does this have 800 favorites? That's insane.
No one has ever accused fanfic readers of having good taste or smart taste.
Chapter 11. Did Artoria just quote Helldivers? I'm not gonna fucking go through it.
I'm trying to figure out why Artoria would be quoting anything about Super Earth.
He's got a fucking harem, of course he does. He's got a summoning harem. He's summoning his harem. Fair enough,
yeah,
I
of
suppose.
course.
All right, well, that was a fucking train wreck. Yeah.